All right, I believe we are live. Hey, Lechuga. Welcome, welcome, as always. If anyone is watching this after the fact, feel free to fast forward a few minutes, get my chat in order, and then we will dive right in. Hopefully everyone's doing well tonight. Ready to see some Rage Forest. And yeah, let's just hit the play button. Buenas noches, Nacho. ¿Qué tal? Gracias por unirte. Or is it por unirte? Todo bien también. Gracias. Excited to watch a few matches here. In any event, let's get the ball rolling and take a look at our teams. We'll start with Cito, team captain. Oh, my Spanish is terrible. David, oh my goodness. Hello, hello. My dude, I've been sick with the flu. Hopefully we'll have to catch the streams this weekend. Wanted to pop in and let you know I'm still alive. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully you get better. Lots and lots of liquids, which is annoying. And if you're like me, down about 5 liters of NyQuil if you can. But I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. By the way, how's the East Coast? We have just been absolutely bombarded with rain. There has been like $2 billion worth of damage in Toronto. At least I don't speak with a potato in my mouth. I try. All right, let's take a look at the teams before I get too distracted entirely. Cito, team captain, playing as the Hindustanis, the Dragon Star in his pocket as the Georgians. In purple, we've got Kamigawa as the Magyars and Mihai as the Malians. Quite a stacked team. On the other side, we've got a Banzu Halt as the Italians in blue. In his pocket, Jimmy 2 times as the Franks. Sensar as the Koreans, and team captain Samero with the bushes underneath the town center tell me that he is the Gujaras. And let's take a look at the Civ matchups. We've got the Gujaras taking on the Hindustani. Okay. 2 powerful camel civilizations. Looks like a wall-off already established between the 2 captains. They don't want any part of one another. And then to the south, pretty damn far away from one another. This is a long distance. We've got the Malians and the Malian-Italian situation down south. So we'll see whether or not we get to see some condottieri out of our Italian. And let's see the attack paths to the south. We've got 2. One's already been walled in by our Italian, and a second just north of that, east-west corridor. Looks like our Magyar and our Italian have already walled that off as well. So Mihai not quite moving forward just yet. Seeing that it's walled off, not too sure why he's trying to really bust into here. Is placing a dock, only has 14 wood, so not expecting a wall off out of him anytime soon. And to the north, the exact same thing between our Gujara and our Hindustani. There's one avenue of attack here where, amazingly for red, for Cito, they've managed to incorporate the stone. It looks like these 3 Ibex all want to return home. I don't think I've ever seen them like this, lined up in a row. And then another big, ugly east-west corridor here, where it looks like our Korean has already given up and has walled in pretty close. Dragonstar's scout is kind of stuck in here. Not too sure he really wants to chase this villager. Doc, how are you doing? That's exactly why he didn't want to chase that villager, but chase it or not, he ends up dying. Wolf is about to get trapped. Let's see what's going on around the map. Boar pull. These are, pardon me, these are some pretty good Rage Forest players. I'm very excited for this best of 5. So we're still in the quarterfinals. These games were played a few days ago. Decent pull on the boars. What do you have? All 4 of them now? Okay. And this is what happens when you let your opponent dictate the wall. They can delete the palisade. Oh no. Okay. Mihai in a bit of trouble here. But a bit of trouble for a few seconds, as he is now literally 20 seconds. Will be the first to hit the Feudal Age, which is a little odd for a flank to be the first to hit Feudal Age. Kamigawa's Magyar Scout is here as well. I don't know why Mihai is chasing into this. You're not really needed here. And I guess now that the villager walled herself in. Okay, never mind. You're not needed here at all. Is he going to go stone wall? Is he going to go tower? Tower Malian? What do we think he's going to go with? 4 villagers, probably tower? Yeah, okay. Another tower to the north by Argurjara. How is everyone doing tonight, by the way? Pushing the Ibex, it looks like. I like when we see teamwork like this. One player focusing on the military aggression, tower attacking a palisade. The other pushing Ibex into that player's base, allowing him to focus on the attack. But now a stonewall from our Hindustani. And a stonewall from our Italian. And let's see. Orange is pinging over here. Does he want help pulling these boars? Does he suspect there's a villager back here? I'm not too sure what he expects to do, as his villagers are very much on the aggressive now. No more stone miners for him, though. Yeah, he wants help. I'm surprised that a villager with loom is going to require help pulling only 3 boars, although that might just be me a little bit spoiled from the high level of gameplay we've seen. I mean, I personally could probably not pull 3 boars without a scout, even a villager with 40 HP. And what little armor loom provides. Maybe I'm just spoiled a little bit. Oh, Doc, we had a bunch of people throwing Australia love. We had a few, I think 1 or 2 Australians actually in the chat room. And like me, they are big fans of Australian news broadcasts. Did I play the AOM Retold beta, Nicholas? No, I did not. I never really got into Age of Mythology. But I've seen a lot of YouTube videos of people who have done so, and it does look pretty cool. I may delve into it a little bit. I don't know playing it, but maybe I'll cast. I have to improve my knowledge. My knowledge of AOM is maybe I want to say like 1/100th of my knowledge of Age of Empires 2, which is already not that great. If you've heard me stumble over unit names and stats and shit. Luring 3 boars is a lot harder than it looks. I tried yesterday. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I've been spoiled watching these high-level players by saying something like, oh, why does he need a scout to help him if a villager's loom? Even this villager who was half dead managed to pull it off. So, yeah, I understand. And this is not a lot of villagers on the hunt, though. You are not the Goth exactly. Oh, jeez. Okay. Looks like the Dragon Star and Jimmy 2 times are first to hit the Castle Age in our Frank 2 town centers. Where and when are we going to get to see Frankish Paladins? Are Georgian just 1 TC? Oh, Why doesn't he have enough wood for 2? What has he been focusing on? Looks like gold, and looks like a very odd path for those gold miners. But he's here with a supportive siege workshop, like a good friend should be. Walling off is our team captain. I mean, if your opponent's going to give you 6 boars for free, 4 patches of gold for free, 4 patches of stone for free, why the hell not? Keep going. AOM is a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, that's why I had a lot of fun watching the videos of the players play it. So I may jump on board the AOM bandwagon. But like I said, probably casting or watching as opposed to actually playing. Once you started blocking with the scout, the villager stopped walking and died, then you lost the vill. I don't mean to laugh, sorry. It's not impossible to do everything else and lure 3 boars so far away. Yeah, that's why I said we're just spoiled, or I'm just spoiled, watching the pro players do exactly that, microing a villager, a scout, and a town center, and villagers collecting resources back home. Okay, fine, then I'll laugh. Looks like our Gujara is in a spot of trouble here. Romero is the last on his team, although he is only 24 seconds away from Castle Age. Yeah, even Spirit of the Law did a video on AOM. I wonder if it'll become popular. Or as popular as AoE 2. I think out of all the games in the Age franchise, right? AoE 1 through 4, Age of Mythology, Age of Empires Mobile. I think this one, AoE 2, is by far the most popular, if I'm not mistaken. I think there are a few YouTube... of course, I'm basing that on YouTube stats. I think I've seen a few channels with AoE 4 videos that come close to some AoE 2 in terms of numbers of views, but just the sheer volume of content creators, I think, is more on the side of Age of Empires 2. Although I think at some point, didn't the Viper switch to Age of Empires 4? And no one knew if he would come back to Age of Empires 2? Ouch. Mangonel comes out, gets 2v1'd, dies immediately. Age of Mythology has been dead for many years. It was popular, very popular in the days. Back in the day. Oh yeah. Before the reworked version, I mean, the graphics were just... That's kind of the one thing that was pushing me away from it, was the graphics. Well, let's see. Our Gurjara, by virtue of this wall off, I don't know why he placed so much infrastructure in the forward position. I get the siege workshop, but the monastery and the blacksmith? Why did you put those in the forward position? Crazy. I mean, you know you're getting pushed into. By the time he hit castle, there were already mangonels out. And now he's finding himself in the odd situation of having to repair a monastery against 3 mangonels. Not too sure what the hell the point of that is. And where is Teal? Where is our Korean? Okay, he's returning home with a relic, but Monk stops halfway, which tells me the monastery has been knocked down. Samaro barely has any wood. On the south side of the map, our Malian castle is running into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of wall-offs. Oh, pardon me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels of wall-offs. Richard. Oh yeah, that's right. AoE 1 is huge in Vietnam. You're absolutely right. Is that right, Doc? That's hilarious. Richard, that is... Okay. You are absolutely right. Sometimes I run into content creators on Twitch, on TikTok, on YouTube, and it's like an Age of Empires title, and it has like 200,000 views from like a week ago, which is better than any Age of Empires 2 channel I've seen. And then I click it, I'm like, wait a second, this is AoE 1. Looks like the villagers, oh my goodness, a 7th layer of defense. A Bunzu halt, what is our Italian doing? An 8th layer of defense. Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise. Green is here with a monastery. Our Frank is heading up to Imperial. You know what? Let's see Farimba camels taking on Frankish paladins. That'll be fun to watch. Our Gurjaris has 3 mangonels. I only see 2. Where's the 3rd? What am I missing here? Oh, there it is. We get solitaire, they get AoE 1. I know, yeah. Life is not fair. As is, I'm sure our Magyar saying life isn't fair as he has to drop. Holy moly, 62 wall segments. That is not cheap. That is 310 stone that he is spending right now. That is half a castle for our Magyar. In the north, the bombardment continues. What's happening here? What's that? Oh, it's a wolf. How are there still wolves left in this part of the map? And why is there no monastery rebuilt for our Gurjara, who is starting to mix in elephant archers? I mean, they're not going to trade out very efficiently against mangonels, but they will trade out. Got some Hindustani hand cannoneers. The south. I mean, this is ridiculous. We've seen some teams do this before, though, where on one side of the map they completely create an impenetrable wall, and on the other side of the map they push. But Teal, our Korean, is not here, and he's getting squires. You have the longest range mangonels in the game on Rage Forest. Why are you going infantry? Ooh, it looks like it's the villager who got... No, never mind. It's the elephants who got the kills. And now we've got HP versus weak attack, lots of HP, versus huge attack and not very much HP. Ooh, yellow's not paying attention here. Oh my god, look at how weak these elephant archers are. Okay. Oh no, he loses his own mangonel, but gets 2 of the opponents to the south. Our Italian continues. These are, by the way, fortified walls now. 3,000 HP. And our Frank is going paladins. He's got 5 cavaliers already. How many stables? 7 stables. I don't know if we saw chivalry. That does make their stables work 40% faster. So 7 stables would have pretty much the output capacity of 10 normal stables. Fishing ships are getting destroyed here. Our Gurjara is just being pressed into, but he is still here, and now there are a lot of Korean, of all things, Korean condottieri? Why? Okay, he's at least mixing in the onager upgrade. Okay, that's what you want to see. Yellow is pinging over here. How the hell does Yellow know what's going on this side of the map? Oh, never mind. He sees the siege workshop. So he knows Korean mangonels are about to pop out, and Frankish paladins. No attack upgrades, just forging, but fully armored. And here we go. Our Malian monks train their sights. Parthian tactics, heavy cavalry archer for our Magyar. So we are going to get to see some recurve bow at some point. He does get 3 conversions. I was about to say he's training his sights on these Italian villagers. What army is our Italian building? Just condottiero. Rather, 2 condottieri. Actually, you know what? I retract my statement. I temporarily neglected to look at the left side of the wall off to see the hand cannoneers. Condottieri have a double whammy against the gunpowder. On the one hand, they have a +10 attack bonus against all gunpowder units. You can see the second last bonus there. And on the other hand, they have special armor, infantry 10, against anti-infantry gunpowder. which, if you're confused by what that means, basically hand cannoneers and organ guns. Ouch. A volley taken out. 400 HP. Buddy loses 2 mangonels for it. You're not going to take down Magyar Cav archers with mangonels. You're going to need onagers. And our Korean. Ooh, look at that. Discovering and exploiting a weak part of the forest here very quickly. Let's see what's going on here. Our Frank has cleared up the entire Malian force. There's Anznauri cavalry for our Georgian, who has what kind of cavalry? He doesn't have a single cavalry unit. Why is he getting Anznauri? Okay, now he's going up to Manaspas. Nacho, the Koreans have 2 unique techs. There's one called Iapseong, which adds 2 range to their towers, and one called Shinkichan, which adds 1 range to their mangonels, which together with siege engineers makes them 10 range, which makes them outrange a lot of castles. Like, for example, this Georgian castle only has 8 range. A Korean onager outranges that castle, even without siege engineers. Okay, purple building 2 markets here, Kamigawa, and then he gets told absolutely not. And now orange is walling himself off, but the Frankish paladins, where are they? I thought there was a contingent up here. Yeah, a few of them are up here. Magyar Cav archer, heavy with recurve bow, 12 attack, taking on an elephant archer. Where the hell are the bloodlines upgrades for this unit? Oh, sorry, Doc. I didn't see your post. Are they good in attack or defense? They're good in both. Korean mangonels. Take a look at this awesomeness. Usually a mangonel has 3 minimum range. So if it gets attacked by, for example, a paladin or something, it's basically dead. Koreans have 1 minimum range. So they can fire on you even if you're like right here. They can still fire on you, which makes them so powerful. Yellow is pinging over here. Why? Does he want to cut through the forest? If so, bring yourself a onager as well. Rafael Derchansky with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Glad to catch you live. I mean, what the hell's the point of this 38 army count on this side of the map? Okay, he is bringing an Italian onager. So they're going to cut through the forest. But I don't know if they've seen this ridiculous wall up by purple. Okay, purple's definitely going to see this destruction of walls here. It's always funny to me when in this stage of the game, 37 minutes in, the players are still so focused on walling off, when onagers basically turn this into a Arabia map. And there you go, Nacho. Take a look at the range on this onager. 10 range. This castle's still at 8 range. These cav archers at 8 range. So this is, in my opinion, on Rage Forest, one of the deadliest units. Sure, the Mongols move faster. There's all kinds of different civs. Ethiopians with a bigger blast radius, Teutons with melee armor. But in terms of Rage Forest, range is really, I think, probably a top priority. In they come again, and in they get flattened. Wall of Thrones. Jetty. Ooh. Welcome, welcome. Let's see how the cutoff is happening. Or, oh my god, they discover this ridiculous Sim City here. Takes a break from attacking walls to destroy a few fishing ships. And why is purple walling off here in the center? Oh, goodness gracious. Where do you even go here as blue? There is Silk Road for our Italian. There is Chattagny for our Hindustani. So you're getting your hand cannoneers to 9 range, so you move 3 tiles away from the elephants. Terrible attack rounds there out of Censar. Another bad volley. But the Frankish Paladin meat shield, what are the upgrades on the Manaspas? Okay, just blast furnace, nothing else. And now blue is pinging over here. They have cut through. Okay, this is a better cut. Oh, and the Frank is in, but oh, this is terrible. I love that our Magyar has thrown in a cannon galleon to try to destroy these Trebs. No, it gets sunk. Sunk by what? Did the Trebs kill it? No, they have no kills. Oh, the Genoese crossbows killed the cannon galleon. That's hilarious. And the Frankish paladin surrounds the cav archers. I mean, there's no way the Frank wins here, right? There's way too many castles, way too many cav archers. And now the elephants, they are elite. They are fully upgraded, but they are missing frontier guards. That'll add a bit of melee armor to them. This is just a basic skirmisher. Okay, our Hindustani throwing in skirmishers into the mix. Why the hell not? Your opponent's gone elephant archers. Gray is pinging over here. Probably wants some infrastructure destroyed to let the trade through. Yep. Oh no. I mean, you've got 40 units and they're all firing on one unit. Okay. So far, game number 1. Death toll looks nice and healthy. Some Hindustani BBCs here as well. And now we've got a bit of a Georgian castle flank. The castle to the left has fallen. Is he still going Manaspas? No, he's gotten 8 Manaspas and that's it. Derek, welcome, welcome. And yeah, if you're watching this, please do hit that like button. Especially if you like Malian camels with Farimba. But oh no, you're taking on Genoese crossbows. Tell me they're elite. They are elite. Look at this attack bonus against cavalry, +7. Camels are gonna melt. This is a good opportunity for an attack round. This is a good opportunity for an attack round. He goes after the cav archers. Ouch. Just to the north, a bit of a stalemate between these elephant archers. Not too sure why there's a stalemate, to be honest. This is not exactly a lot of units from Team Samero, or Team Cito rather. Whereas Samero's got a huge chunk of elephant archers. Why are half of them over here? And he's also got Korean onagers to support, but why are they being so hesitant? Are they fighting somewhere else? Our Frank's gonna discover this extra castle. Our Italian's gone up to 31 Genoese crossbows. He's not training any military at all, is a Banzu halt. Nacho, we'll take a look at the trade in a second here. There are trade cards. 108 gold here for Team Samero. And which one of you has a sack on its back? 97 gold for Team Cito. Martin, hello, hello. Random villagers from our Korean being sent to their deaths. He's at 200 population, doesn't need that many villagers. I mean, Frankish Paladin, Gurjara Elephant Archer, and Korean Siege Onager is pretty much as badass as you're gonna get here. You've got the game's tankiest meat shield for a non-elephant unit. Then you got the super tanky elephants, and yet they're still failing to make any inroads. This is all a ranged army. They should be running away from the Korean, not the other way around. Oh, that's so sour. Oh, that's so sour. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why Censor was afraid to engage into that army, and now he's run completely away. Once burned, twice shy, as they say. Georgian halberdiers are not going to stand a chance against these Frankish paladins. Balash, welcome, welcome. I mean, Team Cito looks like they've gone pure... Where the hell is there a siege tower? A pure ranged army, with the exception of these Malian camels. So why the hell are they not being destroyed here? Ouch. Ouch, what a slaughter of Frankish paladins. He did hesitate too much. You can't hesitate. You have to move forward, split, stagger, micro your heart out. Ooh, Lemmy, welcome. I don't know if this is the end of the first game. Army counts are pretty similar. One team is down about 40 army count. The other team's down about 40 villager population. Not really any progress being made by either team here, to be honest. Another defensive Malian camel. Oh no, the trade. Where is the trade going? This is so sour. Where the hell is the trade going? And now they get rerouted. They get rerouted straight into the Italian army. Ouch. And remember, that's like 100 gold for each trade cart that's shitting the bed here. Yeah, just in time for that one siege tower. I mean, you've got 12,000 HP of elephants. You need to be pushing in. Like, it's now or never. You've got 50 elephant archers. A third of your team's army count is right here. Our Korean has... Again, he's running away. And he's not even tower creeping. More and more siege workshops. And here we go, what I wanted to see, Farimba camels taking on Frankish paladins. But why the hell would the Frank engage when you've got the Genoese crossbow with its +6 attack bonus against camels? I mean, this is peak Age of Empires right here. Two powerful meat shields, two powerful archer units on either flank, and the camels absolutely melted. As powerful as the Magyar HCA is, it does not come with any relevant bonuses here. No, where are you going? Stick around! No, why are you running away? Team Samero is being very hesitant, both to the north and to the south. And where are these elephant archers wedging themselves into? See, now you waited perhaps a little bit too long. Our Georgian has brought his own siege onagers. And they are also going in very close. Okay, first volley doesn't really get much done. Oh, and now there's also Georgian towers. I'm assuming they do pass-through damage. All the best, Derek. We'll see you in an hour. I mean, hopefully we'll see you in an hour. I don't know if this is like a 3-0 victory, but if we're still here, come say hi. A lot of Genoese crossbows. They are moving forward. That's a good onager shot. That's a good onager shot as well. And this is what I'm talking about with that Korean onager in 10 range, but it moves a little too close. I mean, come on. This is a battle of attrition. You just have to push your way through. Hope that you've got the better economy to sustain a reinforcement. Oh yeah, look at those Svan towers. The arrows with the fire trail, the steam, forget the word I'm looking for right now, trail. It looks like our Frank has inserted himself into here, but it's a one-way trip for a bunch of these paladins. Okay, they bust through the front gate. He draws them in yet again into the fire of the Genoese crossbow. The castle should fall. There are 3 Trebs attacking it. Yeah, seriously, move forward the elephants. Come on. Castle down. Cav archers from the Magyar are sniping bombard cannons as best they can. Oh no. Oh no, they're entering into a nook. Okay, Orange deletes his own wall to save them. still 12,000 HP of elephants. I mean, if I highlighted this entire army, it's only 3,800 HP. The elephants have literally 3.5 times more HP than this entire army. And that's not factoring in the siege onagers. And holy moly, 5 siege onagers can get a lot done. And halberdiers. But again, move forward, retreat, move forward, retreat. I don't understand it. Paladins close on the cav archers yet again. Genoese are trying to do it best they can, but by the way, it looks like Mihai did get murder holes, which is a big kudos to him. Why is he retreating? Why is he retreating? I get you don't want to take an onager shot to the face, but you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. There's no scenario where Samero does not take a bunch of onager shots to the face and loses like 1/3 of his army. Chunky boys are scared of the towers. It's possible the towers do deal pass-through damage. We're now up to, okay, now we're down to 10,000. And we've seen this happen so often where they're so scared to engage. They have like 15,000 HP, and then by the time they actually do engage, here we go. The Korean flexes his long-range muscle here. His halberdiers are chasing bombards, trying to get the... Okay, he's gotten all but 2 of the siege onagers, and in come the Shravamshas. They're going straight into halberdiers, though. Okay, so he sends forward 7 elephants, while 44 are hiding behind. Okay, now we've got a bit of a push here in the center. One Treb was going to try to annoy the trade route. Murder holes, what's that? Whatever the hell he's afraid of, he shouldn't be afraid. He's got 54 elephants. Oh, and now the Genoese are just going to snipe one at a time. Every camel, every cav archer. Team Sito is being pushed back here. This is a lot of Trebs. I mean, now he's down. Oh, no, he still has 54. Frankish paladins to the north might want to join in on the fun here. Oh, for sure he's afraid. Look, I'm not trying to be like cocky and say he shouldn't be afraid. I mean, there's obviously siege onagers, halberdiers, towers with pass-through damage, and whatever the hell this is. Okay. My point is, in this kind of situation, you need to understand, especially look at the HP on these units. You need to understand you're going to lose half, if not 2/3 of your army. But you have to. I mean, you're not going to win the game. This army used to have 12,000 HP. Now it has 8,500 HP. In 10 minutes, if he behaves like this, it's going to have 6,000 HP. Oh, what a gorgeous pancake out of the Korean onagers. 42 kills. Ouch. And now they're going after the Georgian onagers as well. Svan towers have 11 range. So they do outrange these Korean onagers. And now, no, there's a Hindustani Imperial camel run by into the trade route. John Yang, hello, hello. Oh, this is not great at all. A few Korean towers, 5 of them are what stand in the way. Oh, but the wall has been repaired for a second, then gets bombard cannon down. See how many trade carts they ultimately die in. Wow. This is like urban guerrilla warfare here for these paladins inside alleyways. And again, the paladins lure the camels into the Genoese crossbows. Italian, big, juicy Italian castle. Random petard hanging out. Our Frank is up to 84 paladins. He's pinging over here because he single-handedly Actually, not single-handedly. Never mind. There's a bunch of Korean halberdiers here as well. But now there's a bunch of Hindustani units running around inside your trade route, which is going to be annoying to deal with. Our Italian is taking the water. War galley upgrade. Let's see what's going on to the north here. So it was 8,700, 8,500 HP. Okay, still 8,600. Still 49 elephants. Not adding elephants. Light cav Shravamshas. Okay. Now there's literally no army here for either team. Svan Towers versus Yapseong Towers. Okay. What is this? Oh, there's still a Hindustani camel here. They do move faster than these trade carts, so they should be able to catch up and kill them. Oh, geez, John. I just saw your message. No, Shwetang is not here. Now the elephants. Where the hell are the elephants going? Are they just going to try to counter through the center? Yeah. Brian, how are you? Another OG. I mean, this would be a good time for our Gurjarat to train a few chakram throwers, to be honest. But a castle and 2 towers, I don't know. Oh, maybe not. Not with this many camels. What is with this pivot of the elephant archers? I guess they're more effective down here, but Team Samaro has broken through Mihai's base. There's a few of Sito's villagers down here, but beyond that, not much. And as much as Red tried to damage the trade route, ultimately it is Team Sito who's getting pressed into here. Fratango's in Discord. Live. Good to hear. Atlas. Oh yeah, so far game number 1. A few question marks about the use of these elephant archers, but on the whole, petard, petard, petard. So many explosions. You think you were watching some kind of World War I artillery shelling. Elephants going after the BBC. They get it. By the way, no one took these 6 boars that were in the center. Looks like Sito, by the way, also got murder holes. So he is slowly, one by one, taking out these halberdiers that are attacking him. So many cav archers. 69. Malian camels. 25. John, that's the power of imagination. Come with me, and you'll be... and so forth. But now the elephants are back. There's a few fresh recruits. HP's back up to almost 10,000. And is this guy still here? Are you kidding me? 15 trade card kills for this one camel. 16. We're gonna have to definitely keep an eye on this one hero camel. He's like down with trade, down with mercantilism. Nacho, green is Frank's, yes. Dog, that's funny. Blues bombard cannons, 13 of them. Oh yeah, I think, what is it, 200 attack bonus against buildings? That's crazy. 13, so 2,600 bonus. Probably 2-shot these castles. Actually, never mind, Davey. He's got all the upgrades for them. It looks like 7,000. I love that there's caravanserais out. But that doesn't matter anymore. That doesn't matter anymore at all. How's our Mercantilist hating camel. This one has 10 kills. Where's the second one? I feel like there's 2 here. Oh, there's another one here. He's up to 21 cart kills. Holy shit. Little by little, the trade is getting wrecked, but do they care? I don't think they care too much. Mihai's dead. Or at the very least, displaced. He does still have 50 camels en route. Doesn't have the housing for it. Nowadays, kids don't even know what an Oompa Loompa is. I know. Tell me about it. They think it's Hugh Grant. Nacho, not only are they super cool to see, they kill cavalry like nobody's business. They have a massive +7 attack bonus against cavalry. So the camels, the cavalry archers, they are both dead. I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a good amount of kills. Yeah, 68 kills on these guys. But to me, they always look like Ninja Turtles with the big shields on their backs. I mean, the camels are popping out of the stables and immediately getting shot to death by the Genoese crossbows. Single bombard cannon from the Korean. And how are you not pressing in? 13,000 HP. How are you not pressing in? You don't even need the onagers. The onagers can focus on the towers. These camels are still camels. Their armor is shite. Okay, finally brings some armored elephants of his own to the party. Nobody is researching anything anymore. We are down to the wire. Team Samaro has 100 more army count. I think the writing's on the wall here. Looks like Team Samaro probably gonna get its first point. Not long for this world at all. I don't know why he's letting them pop out of there. A few emergency Svan towers for our Georgian. And now let's see what we all want to see, and by all I mean me. Genoese crossbows taking on Magyar cav archers. Does he have Pavis? Yes, he does. Extra armor on those guys. Still so hesitant. Still tiptoeing around the battle. Just shove right in. Okay, our Gujar is sending his light cav to do the job. The camels get activated. They see a juicy target here. The last thing they want are these light cavalry units inside the trade route. They get blocked somehow by something. I'm not too sure what. If there's a structure in there, no, there isn't. And now our Gujar is in the trade route. I mean, this is where you want to place your elephants, not your light cavalry units. This is a lot of Genoese crossbows. Looks like the Frankish paladin have died, but there's 70 en route. I love when we get to a stage of the game before trash comes out, but when everyone still has incredibly powerful units. And holy shit, speaking of powerful units, the game's best paladin for 20 years has just made an appearance. And there is not a damn thing our Magyar cav archer can do about this. Not even with 12 attack, not against 7 armor. I'd like to hope Samaro is going inch by inch. So far, it looks like he's, well, I mean, that was a kind of foregone conclusion there. These guys need to be right here. And so I think maybe our Korean should have made a beeline left instead of trying to crush all these towers here in the center. But it doesn't really matter. His team won the game. What a fantastic game number 1. 667 heavy cav archers for our Magyar, 481 Genoese for a Banzu Halt. Holy moly. By the way, the game, 1 hour and 20 minutes. Let's see who the biggest donor. 45,000 resources, our Gurjara. No wonder he was so hesitant about his elephants. He couldn't afford to replace them. He must have bills to pay. Well, he does have bills to pay. Our Gurjara, holy. And our Frank, if you ever wondered how he managed to get 70 paladins at this stage of the game, well, there you go. Plus, he had the most trade in the game as well. 40, 80, 113,000 trade, 53, 93, 120. Okay, basically the same trade for both teams. Who was our most efficient killer? It was the Italian with 901. Oh my God, look at Kamigawa, 899. Oh, that's so sour for him. 2 kills behind. 11 conversions, not really that crazy. Pretty much at the beginning of the game. But what a fun game number 1. Samero being a little bit hesitant with his elephants. Although maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just what I think the playstyle should be. And again, now look at their HP. It used to be 12,000. Now it's 7,600. They only have 70 kills. I'm assuming the Genoese crossbows have that as well. Yeah, 50 kills. And he is just shoving them, by the way, in to these towers. Shoving them into these towers. Shoving them into castle fire. A Bunzuhalt being as reckless as I would have liked to see Samero being. And ultimately, they absolutely destroy Mihai's base. Replace it with a Frankish chivalric stable community. And let's see how many I want to see how many caravanserai were out there. Oh, that's a nice little trail of caravanserai. Wow. Okay, well, game number 1 going to Team Samero. Let's take a look at game number 2. All right. So we've got Sito in red as the Dravidians, in yellow in his pocket. Dragon Star this time as the Teutons. Kamigawa as the Lithuanians. And Mihai this time as the Japanese. A Bunzuhalt as the Aztecs. In his pocket, Jimmy 2 times as the Tatars. Celts for Sensari. Good pocket to have. And Team Captain Samero as the Malays. So the Malay is facing off against the Dravidians. Shittiest armored elephants against units that don't give a shit about armor. And on this side of the map, we've got the Japanese facing off against the Aztecs. Oh, yeah. Let's see Samurai taking on Jaguar warriors. There's a food truck nearby and their hot sauce is making my face feel cold. Ooh, what kind of hot sauce is it? What's the pepper? Got one avenue of attack on the right side of the map. Then we've got whatever the hell this is on the left side of the map. A complete jumble of forests. And then an east-west corridor. And the center map kind of looks like the Death Star. Where this would be the World Destroyer Ray. Or it kind of looks like a strange Pac-Man who has Heath Ledger Joker scars on his face. And he's trying to eat this lake. Okay. I'm assuming a fairly easy wall off here between these two players. Although I say that. Habaneros. It does kind of look like a T-Rex skull. Alright, so one avenue of attack has been walled in. This one's being walled in by Sito. But that still leaves this corridor and the center corridor. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. So 3 lakes apiece. Sensar and Samero are trying to outmaneuver this one villager. What are you over here? You are a couple of scouts out for a joyride. Yeah, very kind of guy to cut through the forest. They want the Teutons and the Aztecs to fight. Instead, what they're getting is a Tatar scout. I'm assuming red is on follow command, or maybe not. Never mind. Okay, so Samero poked, attacked, and at the end of the day, he's just walling this in. Pretty much along the same lines as Cito's wall off. I'm sure Samero would have loved to wall it off diagonally here. Or maybe a little wall off here, little wall off here. Instead, Cito gets the 3 boars in the center. And whose wall off is this? This is Samero's wall off. Okay. Ooh. Does let in that scout right before he walls it in. Although no real attacking units here, so he would have been okay to wait for that gate to open. Cito's gonna have to be careful. This scout is very, very weak. Jimmy 2 times. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Why is there a random Tatar villager in the middle of the Aztec settlement? I get he built the dock and all, but what is going on here? That's funny. It's like those memes of like a bunch of stuffed animals and then a dog, and it says one of these does not belong. Gray attacking red, right? Red trying to avoid the wolf. Teal joining in on the fight, so red pretty much has 3 units hot on its tail. Let's see how well he survives. Okay, 2 units hot on his tail. Oh, and the wall off isn't complete. And now the wolf, still hungry after a long, lean winter. Dances with boars. I mean, the villager's still here. I love, by the way, that Mihai and Abanzu Halt are making absolutely no effort to wall any of this in. Instead, 3 militias for both. Our Japanese has upgraded his to men-at-arms, and now that we're in feudal age, they do attack 33% faster, which means bye-bye eagle, especially since they come with an attack bonus against eagles. What is it now? +2? It's pretty low right now. Okay. Let's see how... Yeah, orange sees exactly where these villagers are trying to go. The year is 2443 BC. You think he's like a time traveler? No one suspects. By the way, where is that villager now? Okay, now he's become a fisherman. Okay. So a jack of all trades, a boar puller, a dock builder, a house maker, and now a fisherman. Do they look different? I didn't even notice. Oh yeah, a Tatar house and an Aztec house do not look the same. Especially in 27 seconds. The village scuffle here on the hill. Everyone trying to take the high ground over their opponents. But it looks like these Aztec units are beating out the Japanese units. Where even are the Japanese men-at-arms? They are all dead. Orange is pinging over here. Okay. This side of the map. A very steady... very undefended, pardon me, oh my goodness, very undefended power push by our Dravidian, who for a second ago had 6 or 5 villagers on stone. Now he doesn't have any more than 3. Johnny's like the Prometheus villager. Oh my god, look at him. Again, one of these is not like the other. What is Jimmy 2 times gonna do once this lake runs out of fish for him to get? Okay, there is a wall off by blue, which leaves green completely exposed. And what is going on this map? Bunzuhold and Jimmy 2 times think they're playing on Arabia, and they leave this entire area up for grabs. And when you do that, this is your only scout? Ooh, I don't know about this. This is a lot of space for Team Cito to start plopping infrastructure. Now, purple is pinging over here. Why is he pinging over here? Does he want a gate? Does he want something? And another odd Arabia-style wall-off where the berries are outside. Marco, you got your pen ready? I have 3 categories of recommendations. One that I personally have eaten at and can recommend. One that I've personally eaten at and you need to avoid like the plague. And then one of 2 locations in Brooklyn that my cousins who live in New York City highly recommend. All right, so there's 3 that I've been to that I can recommend to you. The first is there's a bunch of those Ray's pizza. Not all of them are good. Famous Original Ray's. That's my favorite. Famous Original Ray's. Then there's an Italian restaurant called Patsy's, which has 2 locations. That one might be a bit far from Brooklyn, so see if you have time or if you find yourself in the Upper West Side. Patsy's. And then there's a John's of Bleecker. Those are the 3 that I've been to personally and that I can tell you are really good. Then there's one that I've been to that is absolute shit, even though there's a lot of people who think it's really good. I hated it. Lucali. Oh, no, sorry. Lombardi. Lombardi is the shithole you should avoid. Their pizza is terrible. The waiter tried to rip me off. They employ the European style of giving you the bill, where the waiter just comes with a little piece of paper and with a pen and goes 30 plus 12 plus 4 plus 8 plus 9 equals $300. And they tried to rip me off by 15 bucks by doing quick math. And I was like, nah. So Lombardi, avoid. And then there's 2 places in Brooklyn that my cousins say I have to try based on what I like in pizza. And the first one is Lucali. And the second is Di Fara, which I'm told are quite popular, so there might be lines. But by far, I can tell you, Famous Original Ray's, Patsy's, and John's of Bleecker are amazing pizza. What, Atlas? This is your first time hearing us talk about food? All right, everyone's in Castle Age except Jimmy 2 times. Everyone else is either in Castle or heading up to Castle. And okay, now he's back to being a construction worker. Marco, you are welcome. When are you heading over there? I am so jealous. There's nothing I like more than walking around New York City and eating at the various food establishments. Oh yeah, the quick waiter scam. Yeah, Lombardi's. First of all, you walk in there, there's a big sign that says cash only. Underneath it, it says restrooms for customers only. I'm like, okay, you know, cool. Oh, easy there, buddy. Cool your horses. And then they try to rip you off. What the hell is going on? Okay. A Bunzuhold, pardon me, is not effing around. Yeah, and then he came with the bill, and I think we gotten the salad, appetizer, a pizza, and I got a Coke. And he added 3 items incorrectly, tried to overcharge us 15 bucks, and I was like, well, what's the extra 15 for? He goes, what do you mean extra 15? I didn't charge you extra 15. I'm like, you have a calculator? You want to do the math, or should I add it up for you? And then he realized his mistake and pretended like he was sorry about it. And I go, okay, buddy. Nice. Marco, enjoy the trip. Man, I am super jealous. So let's see what's going on around the map now that everyone is in the castle age. Apparently Gillnets is the hot new upgrade that all the cool kids want to get. Our Dravidian is moving forward with that elephant archer, fastest firing elephant archer in the game. We got some step lancers from our Tatar. Scars Pizza in the Lower East Side is really good. I've heard good things about Scars as well, but I personally have not been there. Oh, look at this. What a perfect example of what one range melee looks like. And I love that Jimmy 2 times moved out of the way to let those battering rams in, or maybe they just shoved their way in. Yeah, Martin, I can see if I ordered like 7 or 8 items, a glass of wine, I was a little tipsy, trying to screw me over then, but I literally had a Coke and my wife had a glass of water. And a pizza and a salad. And I'm like, okay, this doesn't add up to $72, my good man. Attack, 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 and try to avoid the mangonel shots. Simon, welcome, welcome. How is Norway tonight? How's our Dravidian doing, by the way? So, 1 elephant archer for now. Oh, that's adorable. They decided to split up the lake. Nothing to happen in here. And now Mihai finds himself pressed into, but our Japanese does have a bunch of cav archers. Their cav archer line is pretty perfect and does come with a small attack bonus against foot archers. So even against eagles, I was gonna say warriors, but these aren't even warriors. These are just basic eagle scouts. Looks like Samaro, our Malay, is in Imperial. No big surprise there. They go up 33% faster than normal. The taxes are not included in something, they're tipping thing. Yeah, Martin, that's the same way in Canada too. If you go to a store with $10 and you buy an item that says $10, you're not going to be able to afford it. You have to add in the 13%. Other places, they already built it into the price, so you know what you're paying for. Norway is good. From the bar quiz to some age content. Did you win your bar quiz? I've always wanted to do trivia night. Although I would basically have to hope for like 3 or 4 topics. Logan showing off with the Alberta sales tax. It can't be only 5%. What about GST? 5% is your provincial sales tax, no? Although on certain items there is no tax, right? Like foods and stuff. I should probably know this as a 41-year-old adult. You don't have PST or HST. Interesting. Matambre a la pizza. You should research and you'll be surprised. Very good. Okay. Oh, goodness. 21%. Tyler, welcome to the live. In Age of Empires, the taxation rate is 100%. These villagers keep absolutely nothing of the gold or stone or wood or food that they collect. It all goes to Big Brother, Big Sister, whoever is playing. I'll get off the construction site, dummy. Oh my god, look at him, look at him. Now this one's moving into the construction site. Purple is pinging here. He's got Lechai. They are at a +2. He has forging and iron casting, so not a single relic for our Lithuanian. He was charging face forward into this gate. It's the commie dream, yeah. Simon, you missed the last game where there was one camel rider. By the way, what the hell is going on? Teutonic Knights! You missed last game where there was a very communist leaning camel rider that was killing like 30 or 40 trade carts. What is going on in Rage Forest? This game is being played like Arabia. I don't really mind it that much, but now you've got Teutonic Knights taking on the weakest elephant, armor-wise. And look at its HP falling, and look at how little damage it's doing to these Teuton Knights. Dragon Star going up to 31 Teutonic Knights. Martin, you can also recommend Matambrito. ¿Qué es Matambrito? Dime, por favor. Whoa, 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 what the hell is this? Let me try to fast forward. What is going on? Okay. I did not know Capture Age could do that, but there you go. Learned something new. Cav archers are in here. Lechai are running around, but why are they attacking a lumber camp? And a house? What, there's no more targets here for you? Our Tatar has 3 camels. Our Aztec, both Tatar and Aztec, are only seconds away from reaching the next age. Stronghold for our Celt. Let's see what's going on at our Aztec's base. He has a house getting attacked by a Latus. The Lithuanian push. Let's see the Lechai now. Okay, so they've managed to get 2 relics. There's a 3rd one right underneath his very nose. Although, again, not too sure what he's doing attacking houses now. Okay. Red is pinging over here. Probably telling Purple, hey, there's villagers there. Why don't you attack those villagers? But the real excitement for yours truly is Teutonic Knights taking on battle elephants. But now there's Celtic Scorpions behind this. And Teutonic Knights need to get the hell out of here. What are their stats? They are elite. They are fully upgraded. 13 freaking melee armor. Get back in. Get to the chopper. Okay, 7 go in. Oh, you best believe they're going to try to close on these Scorpions. They are definitely trying to close in on these Scorpions, right? Oh, there's going to be a Scorpion slaughter. They pop out on the wrong side. Oh, I bet you wish you were Teutonic Scorpions with Ironclad. By the way, did he get... no, he hasn't gotten Fuhrer Celtica. Opting instead to have his castles fire faster and heal infantry units nearby. Lechai finally killing some villagers here. What's their relic count? Still at 2. What is our Aztec doing, by the way? He's gone up to Pikeman. Tell me you've got Garland Wars at the very least. No, you don't. You have no upgrades whatsoever. Okay, so not much to doing on that side of the map. Looks like green is losing town centers, although he has replaced one to the back of blue's base. Teutonic Knight count is up to 54. Yeah. I like how dismissive they are when you click on them. They're like, yeah, what do you want? What do you want, bro? Matambre is a meat cut. You put tomato sauce and cheese on top of it like pizza with a little oregano. So it's basically pizza. Oh, wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was a quick game. So pizza, instead of bread, you have meat? Interesting. Yeah, I mean, our Aztec is penned in. I'm a little bit surprised that our Aztec was being this passive. You've got 2 pretty powerful counter units at your disposal. You've got Autolot skirmishers to deal with these cav archers, and you've got 12 attack pikemen with Garland Wars to deal with this guy. Not well, not effectively, but look at this, 0 kills. Our entire Aztec settlement army, 1 kill. Wow, what was Abunzuhal doing? Why didn't he push out? He's an Imperial. He's got 1,000 gold, 877 food. I mean, I'm definitely making this the thumbnail for tonight. I mean, when's the last time we saw 56 Teutonic Knights being shuttled around by their siege tower Uber? That was absolutely epic. That was quite the push on the left and the right. And like I said in the beginning, when blue walled in over here, and green walled in over here, and you give up this entire piece of real estate, what do you think your opponents are going to do? Late Chai still end the game with only +2. Yeah, this might be the fastest GG, yeah. This might be the fastest GG. I mean, our Malay tried to put up a defense here. Late Chai versus Halberdiers. Honestly, I don't even remember seeing a single Celtic Halberdier. I saw Celtics Scorpions and Onagers or Mangonels. I didn't see a single Halberdier. Why would you go Halberdier against this army? Strange moves out of Team Samaro this game. Strange moves. Maybe I'm missing something, but strange moves. No tribute, no trade. Okay. Highest kill count goes to our Lithuanians, of course. With those Late Chai that ignore armor. Okay, game number 2 is over. We're going to pivot to game number 3. Hopefully it lasts a little bit longer than this one. I mean, look, I'm not going to say I'm disappointed. We saw Teutonic Knights. We saw Teutonic Knights masked. Ham and bell pepper pizza. Interesting. It was a literal Uber drive-by of Knights, right? Yeah, I am also a little bit surprised we only saw 4 Scorpions, and they died immediately. Lampshire. Hello from IND. Indiana? India? Indianapolis? Nice to see you again, though. All right, let's take a look. Samaro this time as the Burgundians. Sorry, Lampshire, you're... I was going to say... Oh, LND. I was going to say, how is the baby? Thank you so much, Brian. I'm very proud of them. I thought it was an IND. Pizza and beer or Coca-Cola? My answer is always Coca-Cola. I'm not a big beer drinker. Unless we're talking like Dos Equis or Corona or some kind of light beer. I'm not a big fan. In any event, Samaro as the Burgundians in his pocket. Censar, this time as the Sicilians. Jimmy 2 times as the Persians. What a great pocket to have. And a Banzuhalt as the Poles in blue. Team Captain Sito as the Mayans. Dragonstar in his pocket as the Kamai. Okay. Kamigawa as the Goths. And last but not least, the Armenians by Mihai. So we got the Armenians taking on the Burgundians. Lackluster cavalry. Very powerful infantry, but against very powerful infantry, they have probably the hardest hitting, maybe even the best hand cannoneer in the game with an extra 25% attack. To the south, yet another long-ass distance between the players. You've got cheaper heavy cavalry against cheaper archers and cheaper walls. The map. This is so ugly. Blue's gonna wall in here. I wonder if Dragonstar's is gonna wall over here if he gets the relic. And then to the north, basically one avenue of attack. Unless Mihai feels real ballsy, then he's gonna try to wall this in and here. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but it looks like his villager might be going there, unless he's going for a boar pull already. Sorry, how long have you been casting, big brother? I've been casting about an hour and a half now. Okay, get a third, get a third, get a third. Okay. Co6, just tuned in. Is there any weird settings in this tournament? Not that I'm aware of, no. You were at a bar getting tons of notifications thinking it was a girl you're talking to, only in Discord. Simon, I'm so sorry. I apologize. You must have signed up for the live stream notification. All right, clean Vorpal. Takes a bit of damage. Gets actually 2 of them underneath the town center perfectly, actually. Maybe not. Actually, only 1 underneath the TC. Okay, so it's in fact Gray who walls off over here, not attempting to wall off on the right. And orange is not attempting to wall off at all. Blue to the north, blue to the southwest. And our Mayan, who has given his team cheaper walls, is not walling off anything at all. Has he seen the blue wall off and just kind of leaving it? Okay, so he might be leaving it for Feudal Age to throw down some stone walls. Samara has been. Oh, Brian, the food economy of the Khmer is ridiculous. Start spamming those Hussars, never ending. Oh my god, is he going back? Is he going back for 3 more? Edelweiss. Nice to catch you. How is Switzerland tonight? 1, 2. Oh, that's so sour. I feel like he was blocked by his own scout. So he's gonna only pull 5. Oh my goodness, 5. Tyler, I am doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Nacho, this is one of those civilizations that has the donkey cart. The mule cart, if you want to get specific. Lots of thunderstorms. What is going on today around the world, Edelweiss? Toronto is completely underwater. $2 billion worth of damage to roads and houses and grounds and sewers. We had the most rain we've ever seen today. It's insane, the amount of rain. If you want to see something funny, just Google Toronto rain and look at all the pictures. The highways were underwater. It looked like Atlantis for a second. Oh yeah. Oh, synchronized attack, baby. I don't care if it's 2 units, 8 units, or 100. I love when they synchronize their attacks. It's like those Olympic swimmers, the synchronized swimmers. Was I right about the stonewall? I was absolutely not right about the stonewall. He's going for a tower placement. Sorry, I just had to message somebody. Where the hell did that Burgundian militiaman come from? Oh, he came from the fact that Miheim has made no attempt to wall any of this in. Okay. Yeah, Toronto's basically underwater right now. We have a central train station called Union Station. It took them 15 years to build it. Like all projects in Toronto, it was something like $4 or $5 billion over budget. They finally finished it a year or 2 ago. And today it was flooded. It was like a scene out of like some superhero movie. I expected like Jason Momoa to show up and start swimming underneath it. Billions and billions of dollars spent on this, and now it's underwater. It's ridiculous. The rain, it was like a monsoon almost. Double villager whammy here. I'm assuming it was the tower, right? Yeah, it's got to be the tower. Yeah, Edelweiss, I don't know what's going on. Thundering and raining in Maine at the moment as well. Yeah, there's some weird weather happening in July. July has been terrible in Toronto. There hasn't been more than like 1 or 2 sunny, nice days in a row. Everything has been rainy, rainy, rainy. Not sure. That's funny. Canada is a world leader in that tax. Oh, true, Marco. You guys deal with a different kind of element. Rock Falls. Well, yeah, I would imagine Switzerland. Jason Momoa makes me want to go on TRT. What's TRT? Some kind of workout drug? Santana was in Toronto? Ah, shit, I missed it. I love Santana. You know, he rolls like cocaine into that headband. And then when he sweats, Carlos gets real high with it. Oh, testosterone replacement therapy. Got it. I thought it was like HGH, like human growth hormone, which one of my friends was on, and literally within a year, like doubled in size and looked like a... like every bodybuilder looks like, basically. My dad introduced me to Santana. He loves that kind of jam session-y music. And I love it. Okay. So Mihai with a bit of an interesting feudal age army is pressing in. More and more people at the 16-minute mark are starting to head up to Castle Age. Good time for us to see what is actually going on around the map. Not much here to the north. Tower versus tower. Our mine is making no effort to repair this tower. Does not see the mangonel. How's the villager chase here? Are there any more red villagers on this side of the map? Yeah, it looks like just one. And oh, she's being chased by a wolf. And she doesn't have the HP to turn around and attack it. And she almost gets trapped. If only Teal had worked on this one square tile, she would have been trapped and killed. But now the villager, now he's going after Teal? I didn't know they could reallocate like that. What the hell? Oh, maybe the gate was built underneath the wolf, which ultimately does end up dying. I mean, Jimmy 2 times. How unhealthy is your scout? Okay, I got the answer to my question there. I was wondering why he wasn't engaging into this villager. But so far, the biggest action of the game is a random Mayan villager. Are you going to garrison? You're going to garrison, and you get it. After all that, it is the town center that gets the villager kill. Lampshire, that's amazing. Congratulations. That's adorable. You must be so happy right now. You played smooth with your Razman. That's cool. That was their Rob Thomas single, right? Edelweiss. What a good song. Yeah, Santana and Jimi Hendrix. What a generation of musicians. Okay, second tower under attack. Garrison some villagers inside, but probably not going to take down a mangonel. Maybe not. Maybe. Looks like green moves a little bit off to the side. 2 villagers repairing. Oh, but now a scout's going to try to make trouble for these villagers. Oh, the tower gets the villager. Wow, this might be one of the first time we've seen a successful tower defense against mangonels in Rage Forest. Using a scout and some quick target fire to kill the villager. That was a fantastic hold. And now green, no longer interested in pushing in. Mihai taking out his aggression on static defense here. The MTV days. Yeah. Back when MTV had actual M. Okay, purple's pinging over here. Why? Is he gonna try to cut through here? I mean, we do have the civilization that has the only unit in the game that can cut through the forest in Castle Age. The Ballista Elephant, but our Chimera is nowhere close to getting a castle, and he's focusing mostly... Oh, never mind. Should have looked down. He is focusing quite heavily on stone. But the question is, you cut through here, and then what? What army are you going to use to press through? Armenian with a free relic inside their fortified church. And it looks like the mangonels are back. The second one looks like he took a bit of damage as well. Tower, though, still up. Okay, everyone but Citeaux is in the next age, and Citeaux's going to hit in 20 seconds. But our Burgundian is going to hit it in a minute and a half. And he is going hand cannoneers. Generally, the Burgundian's first to Paladins just because their stable techs are 50% cheaper. But he probably wants those 21 attack hand cannoneers. Okay, if you can't get the target you want, at least get a different target. I feel like this is this attack round? Oh, okay. Citeaux says, fine, take that piece of wall down. I don't care. I'll just build another one. I am the Mayans. Used to listen to a lot of Santana on holiday trips. We used to listen to a lot of Queen and Deep Purple. Courtesy of my dad. Every time we would go to, every time he would drive us to chess tournaments, we would always listen to We Are the Champions. And then my brother would win an award, and I usually would not. My brother was very good at chess. I was okay. I was good, but not like award level good. Here we go. They're going to risk it for the biscuit. There's another Mangonel now finally coming forward for our Mayan. Oh, and it's on the high ground. It's on the high ground. Oh, no. After all of that. After all of that waiting, after all of that effort and micro and energy and resources, they just both die in the 2-for-1 shot. There's your high ground advantage, by the way. We are getting anarchy for the Goth. How many barracks am I seeing here? 7 barracks. And here they are. I like that one is clearing a path and one is widening it. Nice little teamwork there. And in comes our Armenian, sending villagers very far. Where are these villagers going? Look at how cocky our Goth is, that he can secure this Polish territory with barracks. Immediately a wall off for our Persian, who is still 40 seconds away from Imperial. There are the hand cannoneers for our Burgundian. 21 attack. Oh, and this feudal age army. Oh my god, is it gonna get an actual villager kill? Oh, that's so sour. That is really sour to let them get that. That villager basically walked straight into those archers. And now, because these are not Arquebus Portuguese, he's going to keep them running around. There is the first crusade. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 town centers for our Sicilian. Those are definitely going to help out against the Goths, who are now pushing in through yet another wall off. Edelweiss, I would do that too. When it was on the radio, I would bring my tape recorder and record it. And make little mixtapes for myself. That's funny, Martin. But we know that's not going to happen. Green is trying to wall off, but at this point, it's a kind of futile action. Because it's literally just 1, 2, 3 trees, maybe 4 needed. Yeah, and there you go. All of a sudden, all of the stone you spent means nothing. And all of a sudden, it is exactly at the 30-minute mark where things are starting to explode. I also see some composite bowmen here. Some of these Armenian monks with block printing are going to try to get these bombard cannons that are at 12 range as well. What an annoying Australia-shaped forest here for our Sicilian, whose infrastructure is going to get pressed into significantly with this trebuchet. But he's brought forward his sergeants. They are elite. Look at that ridiculous armor on them. Let's see what's going on around the map as our Goth pushes into our Pole base. Our Pole is doing what to defend against this? He's going Obuch because that's the only infrastructure he has to pump out army. Our Persian is sending forth Cavaliers in 55 seconds. Savars. Sorry, I think my chat froze again. Why are you engaging now? Before Savars to the north? The Sicilian / Burgundian push. Now, First Crusade does make Sicilian units all harder to convert, which is why you're not seeing a lot of orange sergeants here. Actually, I don't think you're seeing any orange sergeants. Wow, that was very sour. Did he get a single sergeant conversion? I don't think so. Oh man, that First Crusade. And now 3 fortified churches, including a relic. 3 relics are in jeopardy. Khmer Cav archers. Okay. I guess serviceable? Not exactly expected that. Didn't expect that. Our Goth continues to take down infrastructure with 2 basic Mayan mangonels. What is our Mayan doing, by the way? Absolutely nothing. He is full on booming right now. There's perfusion for our Goth as well, so he's going to start pumping out units 3 times faster. And our Armenian is being pressed into here. Oh, Edelweiss, I remember when I traveled around Europe in 2004, I had my Discman. And I don't think anyone today that's in their like teens or 20s understands that if you held your Discman a certain way, it wouldn't read the CD inside. So you always had to have it horizontal. And it was so annoying. Some of them eventually came out with more secure and stuff, but yeah, absolutely. Now everything's on your phone. You literally don't need any other technology but your cell phone. Okay, our Tatar is going to try to, our Khmer rather, is going to try to snipe some bombard cannons. Gets 1. And now they have the thankless job of trying to take on 8 Pierce Armor Elite Sergeants, which, to be fair, do need some attack upgrades. And here we go, Savar Obuch combo. Not a single conversion, right, Martin? Khmer Cam archers have been buffed unintentionally not long ago. Remind me, Edelweiss? I'm trying to think of the Khmer. Ooh, that is good. Good maneuvering out of our Khmer. Avoids the onager shots. Aw, your Sony Discman, that's what I had. Khmer have every upgrade against Thumb Ring and heavy cav archers. Oh, the buff to the heavy cav archer. You're right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Exactly. Not perfect, but serviceable. Okay, you know what doesn't give a shit about your 8 Pierce Armor? Some Composite Bowman, baby. Get that Goth Meat Shield. Why are you running away? Why are you running away? You can one-shot these units. Or maybe you can't. These are actually 2 pretty weak units. Composite Bowman cap out at 8. And the Elite Sergeant at a 15 for an infantry that's not that high. And now they're chasing the Goth as the Goth chases the Onager. Looks like a nice pancake of cav archers here. And we've got a Donjon push into Armenian territory. Gothic perfusion barracks. Remember, 3 barracks for the Goths is like 9 or 10 for everyone else. That is how ridiculous perfusion and conscription are. What is happening here? Look at this. Teutoburg Forest number 2. Would be funny if it was the Teutons and the Romans, but we'll settle for the civs we have. Down goes the barracks as another pole castle goes up. What is our pole adding now? Some bombard cannons. Oh my god, Simon, now would be the perfect time for the Goth to have an Italian teammate. Elos, you played as the Teutons in Arena? Did anyone play Romans? And you laughed at them? Oh, Brian, yeah, they do look like Lord of the Rings, right? With their little funny helmets and their capes. So I'm not too sure. I mean, our Khmer is spending a good amount of cav archers trying to snipe bombard cannons. There are only 2 left, but he's losing a lot of these cav archers. And now he's going to lose even more. They are just taking bombard shot after bombard shot. Now there's onagers here as well. He's not microing them. Another decent hit. And I don't see any action anywhere else on the map. Somehow, all of the action here to the left side has stopped, and now we've got one avenue of attack. Look at how beautiful this unit is. 6,000 HP, fully upgraded. Orange is pinging over here. Our Goth needs to go straight for those Trebs. They are fully upgraded, the Huskarls. 10 Pierce armor. No. Oh, but he's streaming it into hand cannoneers and Burgundian hand cannoneers nonetheless. 11 attack against the 10 Pierce armor, and then on top of that, another 10 infantry bonus, 21 HP. Oh my goodness, where do these cav archers think they were going? They got slaughtered as well. Dragonstar's castle is going to fall. What do they have behind this? Absolutely nothing. What are we working with here? Just a bunch of cav archers. Oh no. Oh no. Lachitic Legacy? Not yet. Okay. So not the end of the world without Lachitic Legacy. And our Mayan is adding plumed archers? You've got 100 HP eagles with an attack bonus against cavalry. Why are you adding plumed archers? Yeah, Edelweiss, that's a very slow but very powerful army. I hope you got Ironclad for it. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't even know what the hell is happening here. Savars with 8 Pierce armor are going to slaughter these Mayan units. And then the Winged Hussars are going to slaughter the Cav Archers. Oh, but never mind. I forgot that they're Poles. They are missing the last armor upgrade. And we've got some Gothic infantry as well, some halberdiers. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's see what's going on up here. Okay, that's a lot of sergeants again. I would normally say Hauberk Cavaliers are a good idea, but not against Composite Bowmen. Did he waste the money on the elite upgrade? No, I like that. Complete waste of money. Oh, be careful, be careful. There's onagers here. Our Sicilian needs to upgrade his onagers to siege onagers immediately. Oh yeah, we have Persians, and the Persian went Savar. Somehow these Cav Archers are still alive. 31 kills on 35 is not bad at all. Poor random trade cart. Oh, you're in the wrong part of town. Okay, somehow the plumed archer is held here. I don't understand it. There must have been a meat shield. Okay, you must surely be enough to one-shot the sergeants now. Yeah. Look at this wall of donkey carts blocking the path to the castle. Beautiful move out of Mihai. He's literally circling the wagons around his castle. Unfortunately for him, hand cannoneers, bombard cannons, and trebs don't give a rat's butt against your adorable, amazing wall off here with your mule carts. Siege Onager is on the way. Hello. Wish we saw Persian war elephants. We sometimes do, to be fair. Here we go. The Goths surround, but man, oh man, does that Huskarl fail against the crazy armor of the sergeant. Oh, now he's adding insult to injury, killing the donkeys. Looks like a couple of Savars have broken their way into here. Let's see what's going on to the south. I'm absolutely surprised that a army composition of just pure archers is holding the line against Savars and bombard cannons. I mean, at this point, blue might want to delete some of these stables so they can surround. Look at the plumed archers. Cock of the walk. They get both bombard cannons. Beautiful maneuvering out of Citeaux and Dragonstar. And now they're just sniping these reinforcements, leaving the Trebs because the Trebs aren't doing anything at the moment. And if they tried to pack up, they would die even faster. Wow, what a brilliant move. Brilliant move for these two armies. Let's see how many kills they have together. 119. Our Huskarl building up his army again. Our Armenian has been displaced. Siege onagers for our Sicilian have 17 kills. 15 of those are fishing ships, it looks like. Orange is rebuilding all of his town centers here along the forest. Okay, one Savar tries to take on a whole bunch of halberdiers, and all of a sudden, what is going on? Look at the army count. Samaro, even though their team has broken through Mihai's base, they're down 75 army supply, but they are ahead 130 civilian. Trade carts, fishing ships, villagers, and they're going to have a longer trade route if they want it now that Teal is cleaning up all the infrastructure. And now the plumes pivot over here. Somebody on my wall commented that plumed archers, I think I've said this every night, plumed archers counter hand cannoneers. Let's see if that's the case. You might want to help your teammate out as he charges to his death. That's a lot of freaking Burgundian hand cannoneers. 51 of them. Ouch. Bula, hello, hello. Tomislav, hello. How is Poland? How is Vienna? We have a lot of European friends here tonight. Oh, Edelweiss, your favorite unit type. You don't see how Team Citeaux is going to win? I mean, they're ahead army count. Oh. Okay, does get 5 or so of those plumed archers, maybe 4. No, they move back. Oh, you have to be so careful. You have to time it so perfectly. It's interesting here that these sergeants, which are normally super tanky and powerful against archer units with 8 pierce armor, are facing off against a plumed archer with a +2 attack bonus and composite bowman that ignores the armor. So they are especially weak. Now might be a good time to transition into Hauberk Cavaliers. Now that the mine is here as well. What is going on here? The south is also all of a sudden engulfed in war. Oh, this is potentially a few lost Trebs here, and not a few. Holy shit, 6 potential lost Trebs here. Oh no. 1. I feel like the count from Sesame Street. 1, 2, and it looks like all the Trebs are gonna fall. That is a sour loss of 2,400 resources. Looks like walls are being destroyed here, so not a lot of action. Man, the theater of war in the south keeps moving this way, that way, this way, that way. Poland is hot AF. Yeah, Toronto too. And when all of a sudden all the heat led to a huge amount of rain. Brian, I'm using your mom's account. Say hello to mother Nubia, por favor. She's cooking chicken. It smells like heaven. Nubia, buenas noches. Su hijo es muy bueno. Jackson, hello, hello. Yeah, plumed archer and composite is just a tough matchup for any infantry unit. Doc, you're still lurking? It's all good. The never-ending push. I mean, what do we think? 200 kills for these hand cannoneers? 166. Brian, I didn't know what else to say. Savar's behind the pole castle. I mean, if you were to put this on paper, there's no chance the Mayan army can last longer than like 3 seconds here, right? I mean, the Savars are just going to slaughter this whole army. You don't even need the obus. Oh god, oh god, oh god, even more trebs. And he sacrificed the trebs so that he could save the plumed archers. Oh, the trade carts screwed the villagers. But not the second villager. The Sassanid Empire used to have trade as far as China imported Chukanus. Then used them on heavy cataphracts. Ooh, that would have been a cool, unique unit indeed. Bye-bye, Trebuchet. Bye-bye, Trebuchet. Siege Onagers, 17 kills. Hand Cannoneers, 231 kills. Mamma mia. Oh, and the game is starting to derp out. I apologize. But our plumed archers are just standing and fighting, which tells me he is microing his heart out. Down here is Cito. Okay, the wall off has gone up, but unfortunately his Khmer partner and his own units have opened the gates, welcomed in the Pole army. Does he have Lakitic Legacy? Still no Lakitic Legacy? What is a Bunzu Halt waiting for? I mean, that trample damage on this army would be lethal. Sell your wood if you need the gold. Seriously, what is he waiting for? There's Burgundian vineyards for our Burgundian, whose hand cannoneers now have 300 kills. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you're watching this, you haven't done so yet, please do hit that like button. And feel free to subscribe if you like what you see, especially if you like this Gothic Bombard Cannon taking these Siege Onagers to Pound Town. They must have 300 now, right? 325! I mean, our Sicilian is being quite possibly the best meat shield you could hope for here. A single halberdier, a single siege ram to the south. I mean, somebody bring some siege rams here and bust down some of this Mayan infrastructure and get into this army's face. Brian, I think it's a $10,000 total prize pool. Yeah, Tomislav, I don't think I've ever seen one group of anything have 300 kills. And it's only going up because there's nothing here to kill these hand cannoneers. Although a few of them are very weak in the front. Okay, I shouldn't open my big mouth. It is exactly like a dart game. What would the bullseye be here? 450 kills? 500 kills? Although he is starting to lose some hand cannoneers. And this 371 does include the dead ones. If I just take the live ones, we're down to 232. Come on, Lakitic Legacy. Still no Lakitic Legacy. I don't get it. Now he's adding in elite skirmishers, though. I'm surprised it took them that long to add elite skirmishers against this army composition. Those skirmishers have bonuses against all 3 types of units here. Cav Archer, Archer, and Spearman line unit. Really? I didn't think Cito's team would GG with the 180 army count. But I guess there's really nothing they can do here to stop. There's literally nothing that can contest these hand cannoneers, especially not with Siege Onager support. This archer has a ridiculously terrible range of 7. This one has 8, but it's a ridiculously weak attack. Even though, again, 65 HP is not bad. Wow. And Samero's team takes game number 3 rather. 504 sergeants, 300 halberdiers, 230 cav archers. I mean, the kill count must be pretty juicy in this one. Let's take a look. Biggest donor was our Persian. Biggest recipient was our Burgundian. Okay. Conversions 10 by our Armenian, and kill count 844 by those hand. I mean, a third of that is just the hand cannoneers. Did anyone even come close? Yeah, our Sicilian. 1,500 kills for these two players. I think that's more than the other team combined, right? 4, 760, 1080. Yeah, 1,300 kills for all of Team Cito. 1,600 kills for just these two players. And then another 800 for the other two. That's just not sustainable. Wow. Okay. Nacho. Why did a Bunzu halt? Even though he won the game, why did he not get Lakitic Legacy? I'm very curious. In any event, we have ourselves a 2-1. Team Cito at this point on the verge of elimination. And let's move on to game number 4. Goth was just feeding at that point, yeah. I mean, those hand cannoneers at the end of the day probably had like 400 or 500 kills. If you were to count the ones who died, maybe 700 or 800 kills. All right, I see a free llama underneath the town center, so somebody here is the Incas. Samero as the Saracens, in his pocket Censar as, yep, the Incas. Jimmy 2 times is the Spanish in green, and a Bunzu halt this time as the Berbers. This is the fourth night actually, that Chris is missing a Berber play. Opposite the Berber, Team Captain Cito as the Portuguese. In his pocket, the Slavs by Dragonstar. The other pocket, Kamigawa as the Bulgarians. And last but not least, Mihai as the Byzantines. Okay, so Byzantines are facing off against the Saracens. Ooh, okay. I mean, the Cataphract is the only cavalry unit that I can think of that can stand against the Mameluke and the Camel. So I'm hoping we get to see a lot of Cataphracts out of our Byzantine. On the left side of the map, a Bunzu halt, Berbers against Portuguese, Camels against Gunpowder. Ooh, I don't feel great there for the Berbers. No, Tomislav Edelweiss is from Switzerland. Although I think he, what language? I think is German an official language? I know Switzerland has like a multiplicity of languages. Certain parts are French, certain parts are German. 2 scouts versus 2 scouts, HPs. Ooh, very, very close here. But all of a sudden turns to 2-1. But 2-1 in a villager. Italian also. Bofi Hip Hop, welcome to the chat. I love to see Incas, especially if we can potentially see Kameyuks, Slingers as well. And against the Bulgarians, Kameyuks and Slingers are a huge possibility against Conics or Baganes, two-handed swordsmen. But what I'm really, really hoping to see right now in this game is Mihai go heavy on the Cataphracts. Like I said, one of the only units that can withstand the Saracens and their insane anti-cavalry meta. Italian also, yeah. Let's take a look at the map, because it is yet again an ugly one. So Bunzu halt has walled as far as possible from himself as he could. I'm surprised he didn't just go full diagonal here. So that's one avenue of attack. Then immediately to the north, we've got a bit of a angled east to west. And then on the right side, we've got 1, 2, 3 avenues of attack that have already been walled off here, or at least 2 of them have. And Mihai is trying to wall off the third. Officially, it's 4. German, French, Italian, and Romansh. I'm not familiar with Romansh. That must be the native dialect, no? Yeah, tell us, what is Romansh? Jimmy 2 times, why are you walling here? Why not here? What a weird wall off. Why is he doing this? Okay. You basically left blue open to yellow. And the Slav with their smush. Swiss German is heavily dialect. Most people speak English. Fair enough. Yeah, Jackson, you saw the flooding? Isn't it insane? They're estimating more than $2 billion worth of damage done by the flooding. Union Station completely knocked out. Hydro down all over the city. Surprised I even have internet. Watch it crash now that I've opened my big mouth. Yeah, a little bit of a fail by Jimmy 2 times. What's the point of this? Why not here? Oh, someone's revving their engine in the parking lot. Dear Lord. I hate when people remove their mufflers on their shitty street racing cars. Yeah, Martin. Our major highway was knocked out of service in like 10 different areas. It was basically like a swimming pool. Our major train bus station knocked out of service. Flooded entirely. Bofi, no. Sometimes we leave our igloos and we migrate south from the great tundra to the north. Yeah, exactly. Winter season and construction season in Toronto. But the DVP completely knocked out in like four different locations. I think the 401 in 4 or 5 different locations. Our major arterial highways were just absolutely knocked out. Subway stations are flooded. Yeah, Atlas, right? That's strange. And now look at that. Yellow Scout. Guess where he gets to go? Anywhere the hell he wants. Including attacking these villagers. He's not going to survive very long. They do have a loom. But hey, you know how he was able to do that? Because you guys didn't secure the wall here. Oh, and now immediately one blue villager moves forward, realizes their mistake. Now green is pinging over here. Jimmy, you had one job. You had one job, Jimmy. And they are hungry like the wolf. Yeah, they estimated that in 2013 there was a major downpour and people left all of their cars and everything underneath the tunnels. And they estimated that was $1 billion worth of damage. Now this one is twice as much. Okay, Jimmy's got more important things on his mind. He is pulling 3 boars with a villager who should make it home okay. He's not that far. HP is nice and healthy. Romansh is very regionally limited Latin-based language, left over from Roman Celtic people that once resided in these regions. Interesting. Oh, we're pretty far away from winter. It'll get dried, but believe me, when they remove all that water, you know what they're gonna find? A whole bunch of mold. And all the foundations of all these older buildings in Toronto that are completely full of water are gonna have to be remediated. It's gonna be a big mess, but that's okay. And the city actually was thinking to implement what they were calling a rain tax. If you're, depending on the size of your property, if you had a big property, when it rained, technically the rainwater that flowed into the sewer would be more than if somebody had a smaller property. So they were thinking about a tax for people that own land in the city so that they would pay to repair the sewer system if it ever rained like this. But I don't think they ever implemented that tax. Imagine being blue and communicate. He's gonna wall. He doesn't. And then he pings you to tell you about it after you've already gotten overrun. Exactly. And then did you see him ping over here a second ago? Jimmy 2 times? The king of ping? Oh, okay, but let's not be too hard on Jimmy. He's being pressed into by a decently sized army here. 2 towers out of our Portuguese. By the way, this still hasn't been secured. Banzuhald is fighting a full health scout at the moment. Okay, now he does secure it. Just barely. Ooh, and now Jimmy's fishing ships are under attack. I think the scout can get this one, no? I think it's busy chasing this one. It's on the attack command on that one. Ooh, how badass would it be if Dragonstar just brought a villager here and tried to build a dock right now? Although there's already a galley out. Our Berber has taken the lake in front of our Slav's base, and our Slav is again, like we saw a few games ago, playing Arabia style. What a weird game. We've got Saracen units here. I don't understand. Did the players not wall each other off? I mean, that sounds very dirty. Where did these archer units come from? Ooh, there's a hole in the wall. A dead Saracen villager. And where are these archers now? Now they're inside the base here for our Slav. Oh no. Yeah, Martin, it's called the rain tax. Proposed by our new mayor. Needless you, hello, hello. Gaston, can I cast in Spanish for... Oh my god. Okay. Whoa, oh my goodness. You're putting me on the spot. Ooh, maybe I can't cast in Spanish. Gaston, catch me in the next live stream. I'll have a few lines prepared. All I can say is caballero. I don't even know how to say is attacking the tower. But Gaston, gracias por unirte y por participar en el chat. I can say that. Damn you wall. Damn you gate. Damn you stone defense. Remember, villagers do come with a +6 attack bonus against stone defense. How are our Saracen archers are all dead? They died to those scouts. Now we've got some skirmishers, but they are on the defense now. It looks like our Byzantine has snuck in some archers to the rear of the Saracen base. Everyone is sneaking villagers into everyone else's base. Well, let me. I mean, the logic is being taxed for the rain that is seeping off of your land into the sewers, which are managed by the city. Which is still ludicrous. Don't get me wrong. I am absolutely never going to cast in French. Edelweiss, didn't I tell you the story of how my grade 11 French teacher traumatized me to never learn French ever again? By telling me I would never be as good as my brother. You will never be as smart as your brother, and you will never speak French as well as your brother. And I was like, okay, thanks. And then never took French anymore. But Gaston, I'll practice a bit for the next stream or two. Our Spaniard is pushing out with some mounted hand cannoneers known as conquistadors. Do come across a friendly villager who is spending some time building a house. More Saracen villagers are going to die. I mean, turn around and attack the scout. You've got more HP than him. Ivan, how did I learn Spanish? Greeting from Chile. Greeting from Canada. I studied, estudié para 3 años en la universidad. Pero hace 20 años que no hablo español. 22 años. Yeah. What a horrible thing to say to a young high school student. Man, did I not like that teacher. In all fairness, I did not care about French. I was always like a try-hard student. I always had like the top marks in the class. But French, I just didn't try at all. My report card in grade 10 and 11 were always like math 100%, science 98, gym 42, French 50. Camel, 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 bye-bye Byzantine Knight. But the camel does discover this infrastructure that Mihai has snuck in. And this is not a long cutting area here. Oh, you're trying to go toe-to-toe with a Saracen camel. You do win. But that's because the knight took the brunt of the action. So we've got 25% cheaper camels against 25% tankier camels. I'm a little disappointed we're not seeing cataphracts. Although now he's adding a mining camp onto the stone. I'm hearing a battering ram. Where's that battering ram? There you are. Saracen is pinging over here. There is a Slavic incursion that still needs to be dealt with. And remember, the scout does technically outrun the camel unless it gets husbandry. How is this scout still here? How is it still alive with 3 HP? And how is this lake still being given to the Berber? Amazing. They'll start taxing us because it's hot. Well, yeah, I think they already do. It's called electricity. In here, if your electricity bill is like $20, you end up paying $50 because they charge you what's called a delivery fee. So if you use more, they charge you for the amount of electricity they have to deliver. Not just the electricity itself, but the infrastructure to deliver it to you. That's how they get you for using more. Is there a counter to the Briton longbowmen? Yes, every single melee cavalry in the game. Deberías de practicar tu español con nosotros. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm trying to catch up in the chat. I will try to practice my Spanish. Maybe I'll get so good I'll be as fast as Locoser. A lot of Latinos falta un mexicano. Yeah, a lot of Argentinians here, and Peruvians and Chileans. You don't speak French, but your former teacher's a real canard. Yeah. Yeah, she was not a very pleasant person. She's one of these teachers that just didn't want to teach. We got a couple of converted Byzantine. By the way, our Byzantine is just gobbling up infrastructure. Says to the Saracen, throw what you want at me. But I'm just gonna make it mine. Bofi, no, I don't play ranked. Not yet. This year I plan on starting. Yeah, Gaston, he does have his hand stuck to his head. He always looks like so tired. But if your motor is running at 100% capacity all the time, and no wonder he looks so tired. Man, sometimes I lie to myself and I say, watch one of his streams. Maybe you'll see if you can understand a little bit. And then 30 seconds later, I just want to, I'm like, oh God, why did I do this? Exactly, Thomas Lab. I will promise that I will play. I know, Edelweiss. I'm planning on starting to play when I get my Twitch set up. Okay, so we're at the 30-minute mark of the game. One team has 50 army supply, one team has 5 army supply. And they're not actually training any military at all. What the hell is going on with Team Samaro? They've got a demolition raft, a galley, a fire galley, and our Inca is training longswordsmen. Okay. At this point in Imperial, remember the Incan army costs a lot less food. I'm really curious to see our Byzantine conversion count at the end of this. I wanted to see Cataphract, but I'll take Mass Monk with a Bulgarian Krepost push. Our Saracen is getting knocked out right now. Why is blue expanding to the rear? Really? Okay, so we've seen this employed a few times this series already, where one side just walls in entirely and then they try to go ham on the other side. Marco, you challenged me to a match? I'm secretly practicing so when I finally play, I will be unbeatable. Literally every part of that sentence is incorrect. I wish I had the time to play. I really do. Having a baby, a job, and casting games is all I have the energy for. If I was 18, maybe I would have the energy. He has gotten Loom. He's got little tiny muscles and little tiny... I can throw him around a bunch. Oh, goodness gracious. And another volley? Okay, no, I think they were stuck on the same attack round there. Getting detonets for our Slav, who is finally pushed out from his Arabia-style wall-off and is taking down the Berber water incursion, and now he's adding a castle here to the side of Red's base. Demos are going after organ guns, okay. Organ guns destroying one of them without having accomplished much. Can you imagine I am Hera? And I'm just using like a voice moderating AI program. Although if I was Hera, I wouldn't be talking about drinking Coke so much. The only thing I've ever seen that guy drink is that big bottle of water that he always has with him. Needless to you, the little one is good. The 12-month sleep regression, thankfully, knock on wood, is over. So he is sleeping through the night nicely. Go 6, thank you so much. They have the exact same army count. Sito's team is ahead about 50 villagers and trade carts and such. But I don't know, this army is one pancake away from disappearing Arinka. Okay, that was a good pancake. And they are taking on Bulgarian two-handed swordsmen. Tell me we've got Bilbo Bagains. We do. These champions are going to do nothing. They attack on a 15. This unit has 9 pure melee armor. Hello. Hello, fully upgraded Spanish Paladin. Well, not yet. Still missing some key attack upgrades. It looks like Red has busted through Blue's wall off. We'll take a look at that in a second, but I'm curious to see how many conversions our Byzantine can get here as the green Spanish land armada surrounds the army. Wow, what a cleanup by Jimmy 2 times. And all of the shit we gave him for that crappy wall-off attempt. A single boyard here. He has redeemed himself bigly. And the incursion here is a water incursion. Okay, the Portuguese on water, not a terrible civ. Okay. So, random boyards just floating around the map. Jimmy 2 times is pinging over here. Why? He is taking down Krepos. For all the Krepos that we have, I don't see a single conic on the map. Yeah, look guys, I have a lot of good plans with this channel, especially now that we're approaching 10,000 subscribers. It's something I didn't really expect to happen in less than 2 years. I have a lot of ideas, and Twitch is one of them. But like I said, Twitch is a completely different animal than YouTube. To be successful on YouTube, you don't have to sit and stream for a long time. You post content. Ouch, villagers take a pancaking here. Twitch, on the other hand, you have to sit and stream. And your content has to be good, which I'm hoping my content is, but you have to sit and actually stream for hours and hours. I mean, Hera streamed for like 12 hours today. That is a grinder. So when I have that luxury, I'll be able to do Twitch, but not quite yet. Ooh, organ guns are chasing the villagers. Okay, one more volley should kill a few of them, no? If they even get off one more volley. Never mind, they turn around. Oh, in comes Jimmy. 2 times the cockiest villager in the entire town, moving forward through volley of organ gun bullets to build a mining camp in an area that's about to get overrun. Jimmy 2 times. Oh my goodness. Now we have Boyars taking on the Spanish Paladins. Still not fully upgraded. Still missing Blast Furnace. What about the Boyar? Boyar is fully upgraded. This is a ridiculous army here. Boyar and Bagane's two-handed swordsman. Hera is a complete animal when it comes to grinding. He is a beast. Oh, cheesesteak Jimmys. And the Boyars are proving themselves to be the superior heavy cavalry unit here, although I'm sure the Arbalesters have something to do with it, with 15 kills, knocking down these Incan halbs to size. Wow, what a battle here. That's definitely going to be turned into a short. What an epic battle. Organ guns, let's see how well you do against Paladins. Jimmy, where are you going, Jimmy? On the whole, they took 57 damage. Looks like the villager here is dead, trying to construct the second mining camp. Now Jimmy pivots his army to the south, where, to be fair, there's not a lot of army. It's mostly siege. And what looks like a bunch of demos. Okay. Boyars are in. 22 kills. They are chasing what a horrible unit to deal with for raiding. What an absolute horrible unit to have to deal with when being raided. Arbalesters are shoving in. One side has Kreposts. One side has 5 towers. And Team Citeaux evens up the series. I really did want to see Incan Kamukes. What did our Inca build at the end? He went just full on halberdier. Okay. Just found out Jimmy is Canadian. Okay. All right, a fellow Canadian. So now we can't make fun of him at all. Yeah, he was just passing through, you know. What happened to those organ guns, by the way? Oh, they're here now. 1 kill, 1 kill, 1 kill. So they also didn't really accomplish very much. But yeah, Team Citeaux has over 100 more army, about 100 more civilian population. And honestly, I mean, I'm trying to look on the positive side here for Samero's team, but they've been kind of knocked into a third of the map. And even though, yeah, it looks like they're pushing out here, they might flank and get into the trade. Did any team have trade? No for purple, no for yellow, no for orange. No, sorry, orange has 3 trade cards. Okay, this is going to be a good stat to look at. Paladins versus halberdiers from our Bulgarian. They do not benefit from Baganes. Biggest donor was our Bulgarian. Biggest recipient was our Byzantine. Oh, look at that. Somebody did have trade. Our Saracen. 41? Okay. All right. Our Bulgarian with the most kills there, of course. He was going Baganes against halberdiers and champions. That is an easy way to get a bunch of kills. Gray blue together, 0 army, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even count these 7 halberdiers as army, not against Arbalesters, Boyars, and 2-handed Bagane swordsmen. Ouch. Boyars are ridiculously broken. Although they are nice and slow, which does make up a bit for it. Maybe they should be a bit slower. Maybe should be nerfed a little bit. All right, we are moving on to game number 3. Either way, this is going to be the final game of the set. Someone's moving on to the semifinals. Let's take a look at who is playing at the 12 o'clock position. Team Captain Samero as the Bohemians. Censar as the Mongols in his pocket. Jimmy 2 times as the Spanish again. Okay. And then Abanzu Halt. Here we go. The Britons. Portuguese. Cito, Dragonstar as the Celts. So Dragonstar is choosing a good number of siege civilizations. First the Slavs, now the Celts. Kamigawa as the Mongols. Ooh. And Mihai as the... Oh. We have a repeat of yesterday where we've got Bohemian versus Bohemian. The map is absolutely atrocious. This is like when you get your driver's license and it says if you stop here at the stop sign, but then there's a car here, here, and here, who has the right of way? What an absolutely atrocious. And it looks like Censar and Samero just want none of it. So they're just going to wall off over here, leave it to Team Cito, which is maybe not a good idea. Ooh, I don't know. And then to the south, one wall off where Abanzu Halt has already brought 3 villagers to wall off. And then an east-west corridor, just like last game. We'll see who decides to wall it off. It better be Jimmy 2 times, who is trying to bust in to get this colony of boars here. Game number 5. Someone's taken the next step. What do we think about the... Actually, I just noticed as well that there's 2 Mongols. Just like last night's last game. What was there? There were 3 Civ. I should probably remember this, but you know, as you get older, the old brain doesn't work as well. Last night in the last game, we also had 3 mirrors. We had Mongols, Bohemians, and I forget which one else. What was the other mirror last game in yesterday? Yeah, Bofi. It was the same last night in the last game. I'm forgetting what was the third one. The Jimmy thing gives you Muppet Treasure Island vibes. Yes, Madhouse. Welcome, by the way. And yes, Tomislav and Madhouse. Yes, it was the Britons. Yes, I should have remembered that big battle at the end between the longbows. And the opposites were Celts and Spanish. Yes, absolutely. Okay, perfect. Okay, now I remember. Simon, it's got to be Civ pick. I can't imagine this would happen in 2 different sets randomly when it's never happened. Literally, I've been casting Rage Forest for 2 years now almost, and not once has it happened, and now all of a sudden twice it happens. Okay, boars are being pulled. Let's take a look at location of lakes. 1, 2, 3 lakes. This is a very poorly located lake, as is this one, kind of in the front position. 2 safe lakes to the back. Okay. I believe that sound of a dying horse was Blue Scout. What is that? Did the town center get a boar? Ooh, now not only did Banzo Halt lose a scout, he also lost a villager here. So this is not going well for him at all. He sent 3 villagers forward. There's only 1 survivor. And it looks like maybe he lost another villager here? Oh, that's so sour. That 3rd villager must have gone to the right. Yeah, it was that with the Britons. Right. Yeah, like I said, I can't imagine this would randomly spawn. Okay, scout on the high ground. Ooh, here we go. Kamigawa, our Mongol. Here we go. He has quite a long way to go. And there's a forest in the way. Let's see how Kamigawa does this. Blur is cooked? You mean blue? Oh, blue. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, that's a sour thing to lose your scout and 2 villagers. He's got the lowest villager count on his team. How the hell did that happen? Oh my god, look how close he was. Look how close he was. That's sour for our Mongol. So a lot of sourness so far. Although blue says, you know what's bringing better than bringing 1 villager forward? Or 3 villagers forward? Bringing 6 or 8. And he's gonna mandatum all over the place now. GG from a Mongol player. Yeah, that's it. He's calling it at the 9-minute mark. Oh my goodness. Now yellow is coming here. Is there a villager that's gonna follow up from yellow? I mean, that's very sour. You can send a full health one again, but now it's kind of... Now you're kind of screwed. You got to kind of send them all the way there again, all the way back. Let's see the wall-offs. Okay, Mihai, the first to feudal age, begins... Was there really a point to this tower? I guess they shoot away any attempt from Samero to defend the wall. But at the expense of 125 stone. I don't think he cares, though. He's spending even more stone now on these wall-offs. Okay. As is our Bohemian. I should say our Bohemian Gray, since we've got 2 Bohemians. So purple has secure. I mean, orange would do well to maybe place a gate here. Just in case. You never know. A gate over here. Even a palisade gate. Just something to provide your, you know, just a sense of security or comfort. 1, 2, probably a 3rd here and a 4th. Okay, not terrible. Our Britain relying on palisades. Is red going to plop down a tower? No, he's still a minute and 10 seconds away from feudal age. Build down, losing 1,000 food. Would consider GG. Okay, he's in feudal age. What's going to go up here? Stone walls are going to go up. Okay, he's instead gathering the ibex meat. It is sour to lose over 1,000 food. One dock for now for our orange Bohemian, 2 for our gray Bohemian. Yeah, I thought Mihai for a second was going to actually put some kind of blocking here. Maybe it's me, maybe it's the defensive mindset in me that even if you were to rely on your stone walls, doesn't hurt to have a backup wall off. I mean, this is a lane into your base. This is a lane into purple's base. And a few palisades are not going to mean jack diddly once castle age is hit. Yeah, exactly. Because they gather food 40% faster, the decay is less relevant. So that is, I don't know what the stat is if you kill a boar and you have a certain number of villagers, how much you lose to decay. It can't be that much. Okay, here we go. Now it is Samero's turn. Where the hell's that lumberjack going? Like purple, by the way, he has 3 houses in the direct pulling path. He's got no villagers here. Where the hell are his villagers? Is he just gonna garrison the okay, so he's just gonna garrison the villager. Now he's gonna pull these boars apart. Oh my god, what an ugly pull out of Samero. What an absolute ugly pull. Not a single boar underneath the town center. Yikes. Okay, but he still got the food. And see, just like our Mongol had these houses here, I don't know why I noticed these similarities. But unlike our Mongol, he does not lose the villager. I like that Teal is putting his town center right up against this big center portion. And it looks like, oh man, Jimmy 2 times did bust into here, did get the 3 bores. That's a big brain move right there. Do any of these teams have a particularly good combo of team bonuses? Let's take a look. The Bohemians, their markets work faster. The Mongols, I believe, is line of sight on their scout line units. The Spanish is probably the best one with the trade units generate more gold. I think it's 25% more gold, if I'm not mistaken. The Britons, the archery ranges work 10%. Ooh. Is it 10 or 20%? Somebody in the chat. 10 or 20% faster their archery ranges. I always confuse them with the barracks and the other units, other civs. The Portuguese, you research all your technologies faster, except I think going up to the next age. The Celts, your siege workshops work 20% faster. This is why I always confuse some of them. Some of them are like 10%. I think the Britons are 10%. I think the Celts are 20%, if I'm not mistaken. And then last but not least, we have yet again the Mongols for the extra line of sight on the scout line units. So I would say both teams with the Bohemians have faster working markets. But the side with the oh my goodness. The side with the Spanish have better trade, but the side with the Portuguese have quicker researching. I don't know why I clicked the Celt. The side, oh my goodness, I don't know why I'm clicking all the wrong civs. The side with the Portuguese research things faster. Simon, it's 20%? Okay. I thought 10% for some reason. Oh, it is 10%. Okay, okay. I always confuse. When I cast games, I have my like information sheets with me most of the time. I take a look at them. I can see. As much as I try to memorize as much as I can, it's not the easiest. 45 civilizations. 10 plus unique features for each one. Yeah, Spanish is always a good one to have in team games. Lemmy, this is a fantastic set so far. Although, to be fair, the Celtic one... Yeah, Simon, like you're saying, the Celtic one is pretty damn good for Rage Forest because generally you see mangonels. And generally you see Siege, right? So having those Siege workshops work faster is never a bad thing. Oh my goodness. Our Britain wants nothing to do with this Portuguese army. All right, everyone's in the castle age. It looks like our Bohemian in gray is going to be the first to hit Imperial. Already queued up a bunch of villagers. Already has a castle in the forward position. So let's see what's going on around the map. We saw a single Portuguese scout taking down palisades, a castle helping him out. Immediately due north, absolutely nothing happening. And then we have a few Celtic, no, sorry, a Celtic and a Bohemian scout moving into here as our gray Bohemian heads up to Imperial. Weebra, hello, hello. Yeah, I always, it's strange because everyone else is 20%, right? The Goths with their barracks work 20%. The Huns with the stables working 20%. The Celts with the siege workshop working 20%. And then you have the Britons where the archery ranges are 10%. Like, okay, great. That makes sense. Okay, you see an emergency wall off? Had you done that earlier, you wouldn't have to do this. That's a double wall off. Okay. They see he's, actually, they don't know that he's an Imperial. Wait, what the hell just happened? Did Samaro cancel his Imperial? No, it's still going on. My bad. I missed it next to the Wagenburg Tactics upgrade. And here we go. Used to be 20. But how is that broken compared to like the Goth, the Hun, the Celt? Is there something particularly special about archers? Do they train faster than infantry and cavalry? I mean, obviously they train, I think, faster than heavy cavalry. not too sure about the exact training times for things like an arbalester or a elite skirmisher. But maybe if they train quicker already, that's why it's a 10% instead of a 20. Sight wagon's out. And Samaro is first. Who's next? Green is 40 seconds away. Looks like everyone on Team Samaro is going to be an Imperial very, very soon. Whereas only our Mongol and Portuguese are heading up to Imperial. Mihai and Dragonstar nowhere close. Oh, never mind. Dragonstar just clicked up. What about Mihai? What are your resources like? Mihai has no resources, so he must have just clicked up. Yep. Okay, so everyone's heading up to Imperial by the 30-minute mark, as somehow always happens. We will be there. Oh, beautiful, beautiful fortified walls. I love when they build it like this, and it's all just the same kind of chessboard pattern here. For now, though, 3 bombard cannons. By the way, does Samaro have the resources to go Haufnitze? He does not. That costs more than going up to Imperial. That upgrade. Very defensive castle for our Mongol, but with the lightning fast Mangudai, I don't think he really needs it closer. Holy moly! Saturated lake. How many fishing ships? 49. That is a fantastic spread. This is not. This is also decent. 46. And where were the other lakes? 39. And whatever the hell this is. What if Cuban cheap stables and ranges were a bonus? That would be way too powerful. Although I recently saw, funny enough, that the Cuman, what's the tankiest palisade wall? It's the Byzantine with the Cuman ally. All this walling off, and the onager says hello, unless you're the Turks or Huns. Well, that's what I always say, like at a certain point, this map becomes Arabia with more forests. Oh man, we're heading for Paladins for our Spaniard again. Drill for our Mongol. And our Spaniard is pinging here. Why? Did he? Oh, maybe he saw that he missed the segment? What a good eye on Jimmy 2 times. He sees everyone else's wall-offs. But as we saw last game, not too concerned about his own. I'm just kidding. And there's the Haufnitze upgrade for Mihai. No such upgrade yet for Samaro. And now Team Cito is in desperation mode. They are walling off as much as they possibly can. They are being pressed into by a very small but very powerful army here. I mean, this is all basically, aside from siege onagers, which we're going to get in 2 minutes for our Mongol, this is all top tier, top shelf liquor here. Hand cannoneers, 8 bombard cannons, 4 paladins. I'm not sure that a few Mangudai can even hold this off. We've got some Celtic halberdiers moving a little bit quicker than normal. No, the Byzantine team bonus, I think, is the monks, Edelweiss. Oh, you mean just the regular bonus? Yeah, yeah, it does stack. It does stack. 73% more HP on a Cuman Byzantine. Sorry, a Byzantine palisade with Cuman teammate. Okay. The south? All your wall-offs mean nothing to me, says the Celt, who does not yet have Furor Celtica, but he's brought some Portuguese bombard cannons along for the ride with arquebus. These are pretty much a death sentence for these longbows, who have no yeomans and no elite. Okay. So the real battle here is shaping up in the middle of no man's land. Right at the intersection of our Celtic Mongol base. Our Celt is hanging back. Doesn't want to keep running his infantry into the bombard cannons. The Mangudai should be able to one-shot these BBCs. Rovsi, hello, hello. Chris, hello. Chris, you've missed four Berber matches. I think 3 or 4. And they were pretty good. Okay, the Celtic Halberdiers do close on the Spanish Paladins. Spanish Paladins are fully upgraded. Now we've got Haufnitzas in the mix as well. Siege Onagers focusing on clearing space for reasons unknown. They try to clip the rear of the Celtic Halberdiers. Just your luck. Yeah, we had actually some epic Berber games. Ooh, and our Spaniard moves forward. He is gonna gut these gunpowder units. But with a castle here, maybe not. We'll see how many BBCs he can get. So far, it looks like 3, 4. 1 survives. Oh, he's so close. 5. He gets a 5th one before he dies as well. That is great value there for Jimmy 2 times. Now they're pinging here about their markets. Oh yeah, Rovsi, we saw the Kabir Cav Archer. You must be a few games behind. There's Fur Celtica. For his Rams, they're going to go up to 378 HP, which is a ridiculous amount of HP. Look at this. Mihai is cutting through the forest. He's going to sideswipe his Bohemian friend, and he is going to gut his fishing economy by a third, it looks like. A couple of Bohemian skirmishers are on the front lines as well. They do come with all the blacksmith upgrades, so they are not too terrible. Rovsi, I think you're behind a few games. If you can, if you're listening to this with volume. Ooh, our Briton desperately repairing this castle. How many longbows does he have? 13. Tell me they're at least elite at this point. They are elite. They do have yeomen. All right. So they should be able to contest at least partly these Portuguese bombard cannons. But I don't know, our Spaniard is not going to be able to do this on his own, not with Portuguese bombard towers on the front lines. But look at this, they pushed back the first push here out of Team Samaro to the center. Of course, they're dealing with this incursion now. Yeah, Brian, this game is shaping up to be a fantastic finals. Army count, though, Team Cito has 60 more army count. And they're ahead in trade carts and such. Oh, that's gonna... the disparity is gonna grow even more now that Mihai's gonna gun down a few of these fishing ships. He's brought along some bombard towers for the fun as well. Or maybe not. Where is he going? This is, by the way, a very exposed trade route here. And one side does have Mangudai. The other side has gone what? Where's our Mongol on the other side? He is... Oh, no, he's also gone Mangudai. Okay. The slow creep. Oh, this is so annoying for the Britons. He has nothing to deal with these Fur Celtica Rams. Mick, hello, hello. All good, Ropsy. Will he get the Onager? Oh, even Fur Celtica, not enough to save that guy. Oh, this is so sour for the Britons having to defend Rams with villagers. But Spanish Paladins coming in. Portuguese creep is real, though, and these Onagers are going to help take down the ships easy peasy. But the... Oh, no, I was going to say the castle is safe, but it falls as well. Uh-oh, our Britons being penetrated right now. A couple of Kamigawa's Mangudai are facing off against some Spanish Paladins. Not enough to one-shot them, so they're going to have to do some good hit and runs. And Micro, no, he's focusing on killing villagers. Okay. Kamigawa going for the economic damage right now. It looks like Samero has been pressed back by... Does Orange have... Sorry, does Gray? Yeah, they both have Hafnitzas now. Man, I love Rage Forest Imperial Age. With trade up and running. Britain fishing industry has been gutted. How are you tonight, Mick? Castle's on the high ground, so should take a bit more of a pounding, but our Spaniard is, okay. I thought for a second running away. He's gonna have to micro these longbow amazingly well. He's gonna have to go after the bombard cannons while they focus down the castle. And okay, perfect. That's exactly what he's doing. Half of his longbows are on the high ground, which is fantastic. Oh, but he enters into the firing area of the organ gun. Ugh. One brave Mangudai risks his life, pays with his life. And now we've got Celtic Siege. Oh, they're trying to attack around these paladins. Will they get them? Two missed volleys. Is he gonna get the third? Oh no, that was so close. I mean, you've got Celtic and Mongol siege here, siege onagers. One with drill, one with Führer Celtica. This is a scary army to push into. Oh, but economic damage being... Oh, here we go. Let's see. Good splits, good splits, good splits. Wow. Wow. Jimmy 2 times. For the second time. Has clear... And now he's... Oh, he catches a whole bunch of Mihais. Delete your own walls. Delete your own walls. Oh, that is so sour. Wow. Talk about getting value for your army. Only 28 kills. But how many resources did he just destroy? Really? Only 1903? That can't be right. Britain has an army, Tomislav. They're just hiding inside the castle for most of the time. Yeah, Madhouse, I love that drill upgrade. It makes them look like bumper cars. Oh, that's total HP damage. I thought that was resource damage. Wow, what a boss move out of Jimmy 2 times. And all of a sudden, peace to the north. At least for now. Why is Green pinging over here? Reminding his teammate that he's got some longbows? What are they? What's the kill count on these? Okay. He can go Arbalester if he wanted to. Sometimes in Rage Forest they go longbow just because it's... Oh, by the way, look at Jimmy 2 times pinging the middle of the forest here. They tend to go longbows because it's in a 1v1, Arbalesters are the easier route, but when you have full trade up and teammates to support you, you can spend a bit more, take a bit longer, get that longbow army up and running. And Jimmy is going to try a second time, but this time he's entering into halberdiers, bombard towers, and organ guns. I don't know that he's going to do as well as he did last time. Okay. But the Mongols, the Britain, do we have Werewolf Treb? Not yet. Okay. On the one hand, we have Paladins, Trebs, and all that good stuff. On this side, we've got Halberdiers and Skirmishers. Okay, Jimmy does catch another Onager. And oh, now he's going to catch the Mangudai? Remember, he's fighting Bohemian Halberdiers, so their normal 32 attack bonus against Paladins is now a 40, I believe. Yeah, that's ridiculous. 40 extra damage with every poke of the pike. I love that our Britain is focusing on the Onagers, but these are Celtic Onagers with 40% more HP. He's going to need more than these Skirmishers. What are the longbows doing? I'll leave the siege ramps to the Spaniard, maybe. Jamie MVP for both sides. Edelweiss, that is a fantastic question, and I think Robsy has the perfect answer. Or sorry, Madhouse has the perfect answer. We need a 4v4 with cheats enabled. Ooh, Mangadai, have to be careful. At this point, Jimmy is just trying to lure this army into taking onager shots, and it looks like it's going to succeed a little bit. I can't imagine he's going to commit here. Okay, now your teammate's backing off even more, so you've got to back off even more. Huh? Oh, epic get there by Sensar. But now there's Hafnitzas here. Oh no, oh no, no, Jimmy, not like this. Not like this, Jimmy. Oh, I love drill. Look at how fast this unit moves. Right as I say that, of course, it has to stop. Barracks for our Bohemians, so we're going full on Hald play. Our Briton is just happy at a dozen longbows. Okay. He does have 2 castles. Not training anything out of those castles. Oh, he doesn't have any gold. Oh no, a Banzu Halt. His base has been destroyed. He is in repair mode. That explains the skirmishers. Although to be fair, with skirmishers against halberdiers, while the longbows pick off the organ guns, not the worst, not the greatest, not the worst. Orange is pinging over here, or green is pinging over here rather. The armies have been rebuilt. Now we've got Bohemian versus Bohemian. To the top right of the screen, it looks like Samero wanted this anymore, and so he tried to wall this off. Oh no, castle down. And Orange inside the base with some of Kamigawa's Mangadai. What are you researching out of here? Architecture. Okay, so Gray's been pushed back into his base, but unfortunately the weak link is still the Britons here, who is finally training some longbows. Look at his food count, look at his wood count. Sell some of these resources and get the gold for longbows. What are you hoarding? 32, or sorry, I was looking at the wrong player. 1,400 wood, 1,700 food. Ooh. This is really a game of avoidance. Everybody wants to avoid the bombard cannons. Everybody wants to avoid the siege onagers. AKS, the game was played before, but this commentary, the voice you're hearing, is very much live. You think he's saving it for Trebs and Warwolf? He's still training 8 longbow and skirmishers. I mean, that's golden wood right there. Green is pinging over here. Ooh, let's see if these Mongol siege units can get a good shot at these organ guns. They are dangerously close, but no, one bombard tower enough to shoo them away. Jimmy 2 times. He's down to 23 paladin count. We've got 2-handed swordsmen out of Mihai. Okay. It's a lot of long swordsmen in 8 seconds champions, and they're going to shred through this trash army. Let's see it. They stop along the way to kill a villager, and now all of a sudden, Samero's in a bit of trouble. Is there any saving infrastructure here? Towers, castles, anything? No. Okay, a few hand cannoneers are gonna do not much. Man, oh man, do champions love to eat trash units. Cobra cars count as siege workshop units, but they are affected by drill, ironclad, Fuhrer, Celtica, and torsion engines. Interesting. And now the road is open for these purple Mangudai to snipe the Hafnitsas, and snipe they are. This stalemate is incredible here. I did not expect the Briton to put up such a resistance, but his longbow count is up to 30, going up to 35. I wonder if that's enough to one-shot the organ guns. They do have 6 pierce armor, so 5 damage. You need... No, it is. You need only a dozen. And in charges Jimmy 2 times yet again to the certain death. So many projectiles being thrown by our Briton. But Jimmy's paladin count is just not great. A trade cart enters the fray in the middle of nowhere. Jimmy's brought his own bombard cannons as well. And now he's pivoting here to the north where, oh man, now it is Mihai who's getting real confident with his barracks and a castle. For the second time, a castle. There's a lot of Hafnitsas by orange. They are protected by Mangudai champions, halberdiers. Army counts. Sito's team is up 50. Civilian population identical. Yeah, the trade for Sito is completely untouched. Everyone thinking it's a GG right now. And you guys thought Kamigawa would GG after losing a villager to those boars. Get off the construction site, buddy. I don't know about this GG. There's a lot of Mangudai here and even more paladins. This has been a stalemate for the longest time, although it looks like the Portuguese are finally pushing through. And our Briton has been knocked down to almost no skirmishers, but he does have 41 longbows en route. They just need to maneuver nicely, which, to be fair, infantry speed units are not usually the easiest to maneuver. But oh, a mistake out of yellow. A mistake out of yellow. He enters into the castle fire zone. He'll lose all of his onagers. That is a ridiculously sour mistake for Dragonstar, and now the organ guns are exposed. Our paladins need to back the hell up, though. You don't want to take on this many cavaliers. One castle down. The last remaining Briton castle is about to fall as well. Ouch. No longbows for you. He is now training cav archers. Oh, now look at the army counts. 230 to 111. Nacho. This is the end. The end, my friend. Or to quote the Doors, don't fear the Reaper. Was that the Doors? I think that was the Doors. Don't fear the Reaper. A lot of trade. Uninterrupted, though. Although uninterrupted on that side, very much interrupted here to the south end. Team Sito with a clutch push. Even though, my goodness, Dragonstar risking 6 onagers here with the push. That's exactly what I wanted our Gurjara to do in game number 1 with all those elephants. Just push, push, push. But it is Team Sito. Blue Oyster Cult. Right. All right, let's take a look at the stats. That was an exciting last game. Mangudai to halberdiers, 64 Hafnitsas. I wish we could see how many specific unit types each player built. Our Mongol was the biggest donor. Our although that doesn't tell you anything since there are 2 Mongols and 2 Bohemians. Censar is the biggest donor. Samero team captain, the biggest recipient. Most trade going to our Spaniard. And what is this? 26, 51, 56,000 in trade. 25 48. Yeah, actually, pretty similar trade counts. Not too dissimilar. Most kills for Mihai Arbo. Let's compare Civ to Civ. So we have our Bohemian 682, Samero 645. So almost, what is that, like 5% difference in kill count? Kamigawa is the Purple Mongols 526, 360 for Censar. So Censar underwhelming. And then I believe that's it. Celt, Portuguese, Spanish, and Britain. Our Portuguese lost the least. How much did our Britain lose? Oh man, almost 500. Did anyone come close to the Bohemians? No, the second closest was the Portuguese. Must be. I wonder how many kills all these towers got. This is a huge ass tower push. Only 59. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Well, I believe that's going to be all for us. Kamigawa had more than 500 kills. Yeah, his Mangadai did a much better job than Censar's Mangadai. Censar went heavy on these siege onagers, but I can't remember very good hits from him. He tried, where was it? I think here for a little while to bait those purple Mangadai. Remember when there was that Paladin meat shield? But he just wasn't able to land those hits. So his kill count significantly lower than the purple Mongol. But in any event, this set is complete. We have 2 more quarterfinals. Tomorrow, I think, and Thursday. Unless something happens that makes me unable to cast, like perhaps another flood that destroys the electricity grid for half the channel. But in any event, everyone, thank you so much for joining, commenting, and very exciting all the way up to 5 games. And we saw some fun maneuvers, a lot of good pancaking. And anytime you see Hafnitsa taking on Hafnitsa, you know you're in a good, you're watching a good set. But all good things must end. Everybody have a fantastic night. All of you in Europe, go the hell to sleep. And we'll catch you in the next one, hopefully tomorrow. Good night, everyone, and take care.